together. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
The sexual assault trial for Harvey Weinstein ends in a mistrial.
I'm Heather Bosch. A jury has deadlocked in the retrial of Harvey Weinstein, who's accused of raping a hairstylist and actress in New York. His attorneys insist the 2013 encounter was consensual. This is the third time the case has gone to trial. As prosecutors decide whether to go to trial again, Weinstein, who has been convicted of other sex crimes on two coasts, remains in prison. Heather Bosch, CBS News.
Wisconsin health officials are rolling out a new plan to eliminate viral hepatitis. The Department of Health Services says the goal is to wipe out hepatitis A, B, and C across the state by 2030. The plan focuses on expanding testing, vaccinations, and treatment by reaching people who are most at risk. DHS is also launching a new public dashboard to track progress across the state. Health officials say viral hepatitis often has no symptoms, and thousands of Wisconsinites may not even know they're infected. Coming up, the Brewers head back on the road. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 3:04.
Vince Vitrano here with your HVAC guy, Urban Heating and Cooling. How much longer does that furnace have? Question to ask my man Ryan. His family-owned business with his wife Ellie, based in Franklin. They serve all of southeast Wisconsin. Now, what Ryan most wants to do is help you get as much life out of that furnace that you've already got. But when you have him in for a tune-up, now he can give you an honest assessment on how much longer that older unit will hold out. Free estimate is always part of the deal, so you know it will fit your budget. Tell him Vinny sent you when you call urbanheatingandcooling.com.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. If you're trying to work, juggle life, and keep your dog happy at the same time, look, I get it. We're the same way. Thankfully, we found the Hounds and Tap for doggy daycare for our Greyhound Knight. It's been a game changer for us. He gets exercise, time to socialize with other dogs. We know Knight's in great hands at the Hounds and Tap. They even take care of his grooming during his visits or separate appointments. That's perfect for us. If you're like us and searching for top-tier services and a team you can trust, get connected at thehoundsandtap.com.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gerber Law offices. One call, that's all sports desk. Following a 5-1 homestand against the Yankees and Padres, the Brewers begin a 3-game series tonight in Minneapolis against the Twins. Christian Yelich is day-to-day with back soreness after playing in just one game following an injured list stint with a groin strain.
He's an experienced player that knows his body and knows how to get ready. And anytime that you have a player of his caliber, you want to trust him, and I feel like he's put in the work to get back, and, we'll see how it goes from here.
That's Brewers President of Baseball Operations, Matt Arnold. Our coverage of tonight's game begins at 5:35 right here on WTMJ. And round 2 of the PGA Championship continues in Pennsylvania. Aldridge Pochiter from South Africa is at the top of the leaderboard at 5 under par, and American Alex Smalley in second place, just 1 stroke behind. Defending champion Scotty Scheffler is currently tied for 7th. Golf Major Updates are sponsored by Morningstar Golfers Club, lush green fairways, and velvet smooth greens. Play your next round at Morningstar. Visit golfthestar.com today. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 3:07.
Struggling to provide for your family is a real thing, like having to choose between feeding them a warm meal or paying the utility bill. These are the choices many Milwaukee residents are faced with, which is why they turn to St. Vincent de Paul Society's meal program for help. Our meal program has been a consistent resource for those in need for over 42 years. Nutritious meals, warm showers, and clean clothes, all in a safe, family-friendly environment. Our mission is clear, and that's to help you break the cycle of poverty by connecting you with life-changing community and educational resources. Last year, we provided $2.2 million in goods and services, plus 57,000 warm meals. If you or anyone you know needs a warm evening meal, you can find us at Harambe Kitchen 5 nights a week on the northeast side of Milwaukee in the basement of All People's Church. And at Crossroads Kitchen on the south side of Milwaukee 6 nights a week on 9th and Madison. As always, we're grateful for community members and volunteers who help us help you. To learn more, visit svdpmilw.org.
Live from the Expo Center at State Fair Park for the Auto Show. Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air. Now, here are your hosts, John McCure and Julia Fellow.
Your car?
It sounded like it,
Like
didn't
you were
it?
rooming here?
Yeah. Wasn't that super cool? The traffic, I was not going that fast. The traffic was kind of rough. It's at a great location. It is the Milwaukee Auto Show. It's at State Fair Park in the big old Expo Center.
Yeah.
Isn't this cool?
A brand new location, and I just spoke to someone who's a spokesperson here for the auto show, and she says it's earlier this year, which is cool, and it's also a little bit more of a bigger location for people to test drive.
Oh,
compared to the Baird
good.
Center, you know, because I saw some people out there that were test driving cars, and you couldn't do that before.
because they've got the huge parking lots.
She also says the parking's cheaper.
Oh, that's a good thing, too. All right, that's part of the first segment of the show. Let's get to the 3 at 3.
This is the 3 at 3 on Wisconsin's afternoon news.
Number 1 is the Milwaukee Auto Show. John and Julia here until 6 o'clock. Coming out, you can hang out with us. You can see a car. One of the things I love is you're not allowed. There's Bernadette from the Auto Show giving us a wave.
Look at those glasses.
You can come out and give us a wave, too. We'd love to say hello to you. I was saying what I love is that you can't buy a car here. You know what that means? There's no pressure. They're not trying to sell you anything. They will just answer your questions, walk you through. It's beautiful. We're sitting in the Buick section, so I think this is on the west side of the building. But Chevy, Ford, Alfa Romeo, Toyota, they're all out here.
There's
Kia, Hyundai.
lots of interest still, though. I was here before we all set up, and everybody thought that I was a representative Buick GMC. I did a really good job trying to sell this Denali right here. It's $81,000.
That's a good-looking truck.
But when you open the door, there's a little foot press.
Oh,
Anyways.
you'd look good in that truck, by the way.
I would love to be.
You'd look good in a big truck. So that's the first thing. Come on out. We're at the Auto Show, and you can say hello. The Auto Show itself runs through Sunday.
Number 2, record household debt, according to the Federal Reserve. Just released, the Consumer Price Index is up 3.8% since this time last year. So let's just take a look at automobiles, shall we? $1.7 trillion in debt. To put that into perspective, that is the same amount of debt people are with student debt right now. $1.7 trillion.
Whoa, that's a lot. That's odd. It's like the same amount.
Yep. And then that's followed by credit, 1.3%. The only thing that's bigger, and it's huge with debt, mortgages, $13.2 billion.
But auto is more than credit cards.
Yes,
Interesting.
It is.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Me too.
Huh. All right, the third thing in the 3 at 3, we've been dying to talk about this. It is the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers, great homestand. They win 5 out of 6 against 2 really good teams. Kind of the key to the homestand. There was timely hitting, but Julia, there was also the pitching. Starting pitchers in the homestand tossed 32 innings, allowed only 7 earned runs. That's an ERA under 2.
Wow.
And we're young. The pitchers are age 25 and under. Your guy, the Miz, is just a kid.
He just turned 24.
So young.
I know.
And so dominating.
I know.
Nate Rilling, our producer, kind of captured the dominant pitching during the homestand. As we get ready for tonight in Minneapolis, listen to this. This was last week at American Family Field.
Pitch. And he struck him out with a slider at 97. And Merrill looks out at Mizorowski as if to say, what in the good daylights was that?
No balls and 2 strikes on Castellanos. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 103 on the gun for the Miz.
And the pitch. Struck him out swinging. Harrison puts up that 0 in the second inning. 3-2 is a challenge from Sanchez.
Challenging the ball,
Tatis, I don't think, buys it. Oh, he's toast. 1-2. Struck him out looking. Castellanos wanted no part of that at-bat with Mizorowski. Threw him a fastball at 99 right down Broadway. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. 102, 103, 103. See you later.
That's kind of what it was all about at American Family Field. These young pitchers are really keeping the Brewers in a lot of ball games, and they are totally dominating. Between Mizorowski and Kyle Harrison, experts are saying the Brewers maybe have the top young pitching duo in the National League.
6:10 first pitch right here on WTMJ. We're the home of the Brewers.
We are. 3:13 at WTMJ. We will be right back. Iraqi national charged with a very interesting terror attack. If you haven't heard this story, it's kind of crazy. And then fun from the auto show. Ever thought about having your car wrapped? You have a car. Maybe it's 5 years old. it's kind of scuffed up, door dinks. There's a way that you can make it look brand new. We've got that for you as well. Debbie helps get you home up next.
Hey, it's WTMJ Steve Scafidi.
And Kristen Bry of Point Taken.
What's more important than having a special needs child turning 18 who needs guardianship?
Or helping aging parents plan for long-term care.
Thankfully, the attorneys at Walney Legal Group can help with both.
No intimidating lawyers, Walney Legal provides a customized, friendly experience to help make these processes as straightforward and streamlined as possible.
So whether you're planning for aging parents
or establishing a strong legal foundation for a special needs child, visit WALNYlegal.com.
Hey, John Mercure here for Otto's Wine and Spirits. So it's Friday. Maybe you're entertaining. Maybe you're having family over. Maybe you're just wanting to relax a little bit this weekend while you put on that Brewers game on WTMJ. Here's how you do it. Stop at Otto's on your way home. They've got the best selection. They've got the best pricing. Beer, wine, seltzers, liquor. They've got you covered at Otto's. What I love is there are many locations. They're all easy. They're all beautiful. Stop in one. Milwaukee, Menominee Falls, that's my store. Elm Grove, Brown Deer, Cedarburg. Employee owned. So everybody in there's in a great mood all the time. They're going to take great care of you. 80 years old. It's Otto's Wine and Spirits.
The Milwaukee Auto Show. Bolder and better. At its new location, discover new cars and trucks, plus high-end luxury vehicles, classics, and more. Now through Sunday at Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center. Tickets at autoshowmilwaukee.com.
Hey, this is WTMJ Steve Scafidi. Have you listened to WTMJ Outdoors yet? Well, what are you waiting for? Every Saturday at 2 right here on 620 WTMJ. Stories of the outdoors in Wisconsin and beyond as we celebrate everything in recreation. This week, as the weather warms up, we're talking Farmers Market, Racine Farmers Market with Dawn Carrillo. And it's Law Enforcement Week. Why not talk about cops and bobbers? What's that all about? How can you get involved? All coming up.
It's WTMJ Outdoors, presented by Outdoor Living Unlimited.
Traffic and weather begins with Debbie Lazaga. Good afternoon, Deb.
Good afternoon, John. Well, looks like we definitely are seeing some more delays out there right now. Along southbound 41, backups from Greenfield Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive. Northbound is heavy from Mayfair Road up to Silver Spring. Southbound 43 also heavy before Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette interchange and over the high-rise bridge. Northbound is a bit backed up from just north of Beecher Street up through the Marquette as well, all the way up to North Avenue. Westbound on 94, we've got backups from 35th Street all the way past Hawley Road. Eastbound's backed up from Hawley to 35th Street as well. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, chance for rain, a low of 56 degrees. Tomorrow, sunny and warm, a high of 82. Sunday, cloudy, chance for rain, a high of 77. On Monday, warm and humid, 86. On Tuesday, chance for rain, a high of 83 degrees. Right now, it's sunny and 78. Want to bring you up to speed on a story related to terrorism across the world. An Iraqi national has been charged with coordinating terror attacks that aim to stop the Iranian war, which we spend a lot of time talking about. Rich Frankel is a former special agent in charge of the FBI New York, and he is with us. Rich, this is kind of a crazy story. What do we know about this?
Yeah, this individual actually did several small terror attacks throughout Europe, actually stabbed a couple of people, it appears, in London, set off bombs in 2 or 3 locations. I think we've even talked about those in the past, about how those small bombs have kind of raised the terror threat in Europe for Americans throughout Europe and around the globe. So he was arrested in Turkey and turned over to American authorities and was just arraigned today on terrorism charges here in New York. As part of the entire conspiracy, or his conspiracy, was also to attack a synagogue in New York, as well as do other attacks throughout the United States.
Oh my goodness! So this started in Amsterdam. So he was caught. How was he caught in Turkey?
Oh, we don't know. That's not only do we not know how he was caught in Turkey, but it appears, at least according to the defense attorney, that there was no extradition documentation. So they're not even sure how he was turned over to the Americans.
Oh, he was just swooped up and then taken right back. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that's the way it appears. So,
How many of these sort of incidents happen that we never become aware of, Rich, based on your experience in the FBI? Are a lot of things thwarted that we never really hear about, or is this very unusual?
No, I would say this is kind of the norm. In other words, there are a lot of cases that are stopped before they get to fruition, and that's what the JTF is all about. Being proactive and stopping the threat before it becomes an actual incident. It's almost the failures are the ones that become the terrorist incidents, and then we find the people after the attack. In this one, listen, this guy was successful at least throughout Europe, but he did make contact with an FBI undercover here. It appears either in New York or in Europe. We're not even sure yet. But because of that contact with the FBI undercover, they were able to get more and more information on him, and then were able to make the arrest before he at least committed any attacks here in the U.S.
ABC's Rich Frankel, former special agent in charge of the FBI in New York. Thank you so much, Rich. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Up next, so you got a white car, like all the rest of America, and you decide you want to paint it like the American flag instead.
Oh.
There's a cool way to do that. It's super affordable. It's a company based here in Wisconsin. That's up next as we continue to broadcast live from the Milwaukee Auto Show.
Lake Geneva is the Midwest's premier golf destination, featuring breathtaking views, crystal clear lakes, and rolling fairways. Treat yourself to an all-inclusive golf getaway with courses designed for all skill levels, luxurious lodging, distinctive dining, and a relaxing spa. Plan a Lake Geneva group golf outing, a corporate event, or a weekend getaway with friends or family. Their pros will help you plan a memorable golf experience. For info on courses and more, visit lakegeneva.com today. Lake Geneva, it's always been the place for legendary golf.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. John Mercure here with a couple of words from my friends at Pella. What if your screens could disappear until you needed them? Meet Pella's 250 series vinyl windows with the accordion hidden screen designed to give you a clearer view with 44% more light than conventional screens. I know I'm a Pella guy. I've got a beautiful screen door. I've got a front bay view window they put in. It's so easy because Pella comes into your house. They sat down with us at the kitchen table. We walked through all the options. Everything's customized. Pella, it's how they roll. Pella expert recommendations are designed around your home, your needs, and the way you live. They guide you every step of the way, helping you choose the right options for your home, your style, and your budget. If you've been putting off replacing your windows and doors, now's the time. Check this out. 0% interest financing options available. You pay over time. You get what you want right now, and you pay down the road. Get the look you want for the home you love. It's easy with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Set up your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Acumen Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368.
Don't settle for a flimsy bank pre-approval. Get the pre-approval listing agents and sellers recognized as better than the rest. The rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from Accunet. Get yours by clicking on the blue button at accunet.com.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code GO to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code GO to borrow up to $10,000. Use code GO to borrow up to $10,000.
It's Staples' 40th anniversary, and they've got deals worth celebrating. Now through May 23rd, enjoy up to 50% off. Save on paper, chairs, custom print, balloons, and more. Staples, that was easy.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ.
John and Julia broadcasting live from the Milwaukee Auto Show. This is going to be the place to be this weekend.
At State Fair Park.
Come on out. We're here until 6 o'clock, but they're going to be rocking into the evening and also the next couple of days. So it's really cool because you walk around the auto show, and obviously you can see all the newest vehicles, right? I mean, every major brand is out here. It's cool. There's vintage stuff. You know what I really like? Some of the vendors that actually do really cool things for your cars, and we've tracked one of them down. The company is the Auto Lab. This is so cool, Julia.
I know.
You can get a brand new wrap put on your car. It can be any color that you want, any design. Cody Alarcon is the owner of the Auto Lab, based right in Delafield, and he is with us. Cody, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys for having me.
I was amazed when I walked over to your little area. We actually have a picture that we want to put up now. If you text the word watch, we will send this picture right to your phone. Text watch to 855-616-1620. It is a Tiffany blue car, a BMW.
Correct.
What color was this car originally? Do you remember?
This color was a dark gloss gray from BMW.
Okay.
Yep.
How do you transform the cars?
Yeah, the whole process is really fun, and we end up actually disassembling the whole car to fully change the vehicle color to your choice.
So if I want a pink, you could do that?
We got pinks.
On
we
my
got
Subaru?
on your Subaru, on anything.
Okay.
We'll work on anything.
So I have yellow stripes. You can even color that up?
Pinstripes, accents, yep. Interior trim pieces, it can get really, really creative.
Julia, right now over at their booth here at the auto show, they're taking a car and they're transforming it into look like Buzz Lightyear.
Correct.
It's got the greens and the purples. And tell us about that. How do you do that?
We wanted to do something fun for the auto show, something that people would remember or want to go see. And so Buzz Lightyear, everybody knows him. And with our creative ability, we were able to kind of just piece together with some inspiration from online and talking to other people, and it's coming together really nice.
Tell me some of the crazy ideas some people have had.
Some people want full rainbow chrome vehicles, or some just want a full custom camos, or like you mentioned earlier, American flags are big, or racing stripes. I mean, it can go all over the spectrum.
Cody Alarcon is with us.
What if I just wanted on my back windshield? Can you do that?
Just your back windshield, yep. On your back window for businesses, business decals. Sides of the vehicle for business decals, yep.
Watch Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
Oh, we could put the Wisconsin Afternoon News logo
there you go.
on the back of the car.
There you go.
That's a great idea. Cody said he'd do it for free for us.
There you go. Yep.
Hey, Cody, I want to ask you a practical question because I'm thinking about my car. I got a Ford Explorer that I love. It's the favorite car that I've ever had, but it's 5 years old now, and there's little places where tar got on it. There's little places where the paint has gone away. It's imperfect now, but I love the car. It seems like I could take the car to you guys and I could get it done again in white, or I could choose a different color, right? Can you?
100%. It's definitely, that's the cool thing about it, is it's reversible. You're able to remove it, go back to your OEM paint, switch it out for a new color. It's also adding a layer of protection. So instead of hitting your vehicle's paint, it's hitting the vinyl wrap or any film of your choice. And we offer a wide range of services. So
how do I wash it?
Washing is, you can pretty much treat it like paint. You want to just make sure you're not going through those touch car washes. That's really going to scratch up the vinyl and can start kind of destroying it over time.
Other than that, though, and you have some product I saw that is basically scratch proof, right? Like you could
exactly.
Tell me about that.
That's called paint protection film. Some people know it as Clearbra, PPF. There's a lot of different terminology, but yes, it's the film that goes over the vehicle, fully protects the car. It's scratch resistant, chip resistant. What's really cool is instead of doing the clear, they also make it in color too, so you can have a full colored car that's rock chip resistant, scratch resistant, chip resistant as well.
Have you had some really big famous names?
Yeah, we work with a lot of cool people. We get some of the Bucks players, some of the Brewers players. We get to network pretty cool. Yep.
It's really amazing. So Cody Alarcon is the owner of the Auto Lab. One more time, if you want to see their work, text the word watch to 855-616-1620. We've got a cool picture of a sweet BMW that's Tiffany blue. It's really pretty. This is cool. You can check out Cody and his team out here at the auto show. We are here until 6 o'clock. Cody, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Yep, thank you.
It is 3:27 at WTMJ. Let's check those markets. It was a brutal way to end the week, but it was a really good week overall. Today, everything was down. The WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The Dow was off 537 points. That's a little more than 1%. The NASDAQ was off 410. That's 1.5%. And the S&P 500 drifted south at the bell. It dropped 93 points, off 1.25%. Annex Wealth Management is financial planning at every level. Fee only fiduciary all the time. Know the difference with Annex.
Your financial life is not just about numbers. It is a journey, and Annex Wealth Management aims to help you move through it with clarity. When markets shift, it can be hard to understand what it means for what you have built. Annex offers guidance as a fee-only fiduciary firm, which means their recommendations are built around your best interests rather than commissions or product sales. Annex gives you access to a local team that includes wealth managers, financial planners, investment managers, estate planning attorneys, and client service specialists who work together to create a strategy tailored to your situation. They help clients with investment management, retirement income, planning, tax coordination, estate planning, education funding, and business succession strategies. Annex knows there's different financial plans for different stages of life, and they can help you adjust as things change. With nationwide accessibility, Annex blends personal attention with leading-edge tools to offer an experience built around informed decision-making. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
ACS Group has business technology from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. ACS Group's IT manager, Mark Reinhardt.
I feel James Imaging Systems, being local, I get to meet the people, see the people. They come in and find out what our needs are, and they're just great folks.
Great folks who partner with you and your business.
Absolutely. I categorize James Imaging Systems as a partner because they come in, again, sit down, understand our needs, listen to what things are bothering us, obstacles that we have, and they help bring us really cost-effective solutions.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and business technology expertise to help your business do business better.
That's huge for me and keeps us running smoothly, and we're able to focus on other things for this business.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
This report sponsored by Exterior Pros and Baths. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation. Don't just upgrade, transform your home. From bold exteriors to breathtaking baths, Exterior Pros makes it happen. Exterior Pros. Trust the pros.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
It's 3:30. I'm Jessica Gatso. Your top story, the president calls his trip to China a historic summit.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Southbound 43 going to be a heavy ride from just south of Hampton all the way down through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. Another quick brake check from Chase down towards the KK River crossing. We've also got northbound 4394 backing up from Beecher all the way through the Marquette up to North Avenue. Westbound 94, heavy from just west of 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound, backing up right through the Barker Road area, back on the brakes from 68th Street to 35th. And then the bypass, going to be slow from just before Beloit Road, southbound all the way through the Hale interchange to Forest Home. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Night thunderstorms likely late, a low of 60. Saturday, mostly sunny skies and warm. A slight chance for a storm to the south, mostly along the Illinois state line, high of 82. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, President Trump is returning to the White House following the Beijing summit.
Presidents Trump and Xi took part in a garden tour, tea ceremony, and second day of talks before a formal send-off. Both leaders touting a historic trip.
President Xi's an incredible guy.
President Trump says China has agreed to buy more farm products, 200 Boeing airplanes, and even U.S. energy. The president also confirmed they discussed Taiwan, a flashpoint since Beijing claims the self-governing island as its own.
I think the last thing we need right now is a war.
Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The death toll rises in the latest attack on Kyiv, where Russian drone and missile strikes took down a 9-story apartment building this week. ABC's Patrick Revel.
Among the dead are at least 3 children, according to authorities. And President Zelensky and other Ukrainian officials are saying that this huge attack that was carried out by Russia shows that Vladimir Putin has no intention of ending this war and has no intention of moving towards peace.
Authorities in Ukraine report a total of 24 fatalities. A man facing felony charges in 3 separate cases is accused of calling the victim over 1,000 times from the Milwaukee County Jail. Amir Jones is in custody on charges related to stalking and threatening to kill the mother of his child. Assistant District Attorney Jessica Bailing says he violated a no-contact order.
Since Mr. Jones was arrested in January on the underlying case, he has made over 1,500 attempted phone calls to the victim. Over 300 of those have been answered.
The judge overseeing the case has denied prosecutors' requests to restrict Jones's communication privileges or raise his bail. Jones has a new bail hearing set for May 26. A fire at a Lac La Belle home leaves multiple people hospitalized. The Western Lakes Fire District responded to Almer Drive around 7:30 p.m. last night, where crews observed smoke and visible flames. Residents were treated for smoke inhalation. It's unclear how many were injured. Parts of northern Wisconsin are under a red flag warning. The DNR says dry vegetation, gusty winds, and low humidity are creating critical fire conditions. Burn permits are already suspended in dozens of counties, and officials are urging people to avoid outdoor burning. The DNR says nearly 500 wildfires have already been reported this year across the state, with many sparked by debris burning. Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law offices. One call, that's all sports desk. The Packers begin the regular season on the road against the Vikings on Sunday, September 13th. The Packers' home opener isn't until Week 3, a Thursday night contest against the Falcons. The Brewers start a 3-game series against the Twins tonight in Minneapolis. Brewers pitching owns the third best ERA in all of baseball at the quarter pole of the season. Jacob Mizorowski leads all of baseball in strikeouts.
Incredible to watch him take the next step in his career. I mean, he's putting himself in a category here that's really special. He's doing things that a lot of players in our franchise history have not accomplished. So again, it's a huge credit to him and what he's, the work that he's put in. I mean, he's done a tremendous job this offseason to come in and be ready to go, and he's one of the best pitchers in the league right now.
That's Brewers President of Baseball Operations, Matt Arnold. Coverage of tonight's game begins at 5:35 here on WTMJ. And round 2 of the PGA Championship continues in Pennsylvania. Aldridge Potgieter from South Africa is at the top of the leaderboard at 5 under par, and American Alex Smalley in second place, just 1 stroke behind. Defending champion Scotty Scheffler is currently tied for 8th. Golf Major Updates are sponsored by Morningstar Golfers Club. Lush green fairways and velvet smooth greens. Play your next round at Morningstar. Visit golfthestar.com today. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 3:35.
Hey, Wisconsin, WTMJ Steve Scavidi here for Badger Fence. You know what? The moment you look out of your yard and think, boy, this fence has seen some things. We've all been in that position, right? It looks a little shaky. Maybe it's leaning. Maybe it's squeaking. Maybe it's just an idea, but when it's time to upgrade, I want 3 things: privacy, security, and a fence that looks really, really good and looks sharp. So my neighbors go, wow, that's a great looking fence. That's why I called Badger Fence a few years ago. They've been installing fences in the Milwaukee area since, get this, 1945. They're Better Business Bureau accredited with an A+ rating. Doesn't get better than that. And a longtime NARI Milwaukee member. They make it easy. They'll walk you through the styles, materials, wood cedar, which is what we chose, ornamental, chain link, PVC vinyl, very popular now, so you'll land on the right look for your home and your budget. Badger Fence is licensed, bonded, insured, and they use quality materials, the best materials, which matters when you want this fence to hold up season after season in Wisconsin. If a new fence is on your list this year, set an appointment at badgerfence.com and tell them Steve from WTMJ sent you.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ.
Hey, we are broadcasting live from the Milwaukee Auto Show at State Fair Park this year.
A different location.
It's cool in here, isn't it? It's wide open.
It is. It's not double layered, too. Like, there's like 2 different decks at the Baird Center. Now it's just one flat area. It's really nice, really pretty. A lot of people are thinking that we're Buick dealerships. Like,
That's right.
Dealers.
That's where we are, Julie. You're right. We're right by the Buick place on the west side of the building if you're coming out this way. More on the auto show coming up. We'll give you all the details on what to expect, some of the new stuff. We'll do that coming up in less than 10 minutes here as we broadcast live from the auto show. But first, on Fridays, we kind of like to do this sometime. It's a fun little segment called
In Case You Missed It.
All right, here we go. This involves a radio station in Cincinnati. Do you recognize this song?
Baby, if you never wondered whatever
This is so fun.
I'm just acting like I know this song. What is it?
WKRP in Cincinnati.
What?
And guess what? It was a sitcom in the 1970s, right? It was a fictional radio station. The show ran from 1978 to 1982 and starred Lonnie Anderson, Howard Hessman, Tim Reed, and Richard Sanders. It's in the news now because it was a fictional station, but a group of stations in Cincinnati have now bought the call letters. So now there's going to be a real WKRP in Cincinnati. The format is music from the 60s to the 80s with a particular emphasis on the 1970s. So WKRP is not just fictional anymore. It's an actual radio station now in the Cincinnati area. So it was already owned by a small radio group in North Carolina, but it was one of these low-watt stations that kind of goes off at night. So now the Cincinnati station bought the rights to WKRP, and it's a real full-power station. How fun is that?
Very nice.
Yeah.
In case you missed it.
Okay, so mine has to do with whether or not you walk slower in your later years. Deb, do you walk slower nowadays?
Yes, 100%.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Me too, for sure.
Okay, well, there's a new study that was just published at the Wall Street Journal that says it may be your ears, not your knees. That's the problem. Walking
That
more
tracks.
slowly than you used to, might be time to get your hearing checked. So a study of more than 57,000 iPhone users confirms a correlation because they can track you. Hearing loss is associated with dementia, depression, loneliness, a risk of falling. So if you address your hearing issues, you can live a long, healthier life, and that has been proven over and over. The link between hearing and walking, you ask? Audiologists say there's many factors that are at play, including one explanation is that hearing loss taxes your brain. You're constantly thinking all the time. Inner ear problems can also affect your balance. So there's a lot of things, so make sure you get your hearing checked.
In case you missed it.
Yes. Okay. Julia, I know that you are into jewelry as much as any other young lady, but hey, John, you might be interested in this as well. Get this. In Myanmar, miners have discovered a rare ruby, and get this, 4.8 pounds.
Whoa!
Of ruby.
Oh my gosh.
What?
It's
That's the most expensive gem.
ginormous.
Wow.
That's more expensive than a diamond.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
huge.
My gosh, it weighs roughly half the weight of a 21,450 carat stone found in 1996, but it is considered more valuable due to the superior color and quality. It's got like a purplish red hue with yellowish undertones. It's so odd. And could you imagine how much jewelry you could get out of this thing? It's just absolutely gorgeous. Gemstone mining serves as the primary source of funding for ethnic groups around that area of Myanmar, and they're very happy to have found this beautiful 4.8-pound ruby. Now that's
What are they
one
going to do
heavy
with it?
ring. I think they're saying that they're going to try and, well, it's on display now, but I'm not sure if they're saying that it's going to end up being cut up for jewelry or what exactly it's going to be done. They don't really say, but yeah, they're very they're happy about it. It's very beautiful, and it's shocking when you see it. It's amazing.
Wow.
So.
All right, hit the little sounder thing, Nate. I got one more.
In case you missed it.
Okay. Bonus in case you missed it. Papa John's. Did you know Papa John's is the third largest pizza chain in the world? Yeah, I didn't either, but they are. And their iconic special garlic dipping sauce. The dipping sauce comes with each pizza. You get one of those little pepperoncinis, and you get a little tiny thing of dipping sauce for the crust of your pizza. After decades, they say, of people asking for it, they are now going to bottle and sell the iconic garlic sauce, and you'll be able to buy it in grocery stores starting this weekend.
Oh.
Papa John's special garlic dipping sauce. There's a Papa John's near me. I have to admit, though, I haven't really. I think I've had Papa John's once, maybe.
I'm looking for the price. I don't see a price here. It's probably
Yeah.
really expensive. Everything's expensive right now.
Yeah, top secret, I suppose. It's like when Chick-fil-A put their special sauce out into the grocery store, and it was really, really expensive.
Popular, very popular.
Yeah. It is 3:42 at WTMJ. Debbie helps get you home up next, and we've got all the details on the new things that are here at the auto show, some of your old favorites that are here, why it's family friendly, all of that stuff. We continue to broadcast live from the Milwaukee Auto Show. You're listening to WTMJ.
This is Bo from Ridgetop Exteriors. Your home should be the one place that you feel completely comfortable and safe, but old, drafty windows can steal that feeling. At Ridgetop Exteriors, we bring that peace of mind back. As Wisconsin's leading Pella Premier contractor, we install beautiful, secure windows and doors that can save you up to 40% on your energy bills. Get a home full of new Pella windows for as low as $198 a month. Learn more at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
John Mercure here for Connect Chiropractic. So you know why I love Thursdays? Not because it's just Friday Eve, which it is, but because it's my Connect Chiropractic Day. I was never a chiropractor guy. I carry my stress, though, in my upper back and my neck. I started going to Connect about a year ago, and I feel better. They do it for me. What I love at Connect is it's not like the caricature where they jump off the high dive and land on your back and stuff's cracking all over the place. That's not Connect. It's more nuanced and gentle. It's focused. It's a focus on total wellness for your body. They help with neuropathy, headaches, all the aches and pains. They're going to make sure you can do the things you want to do, feeling great doing it, especially this time of year when we're out in the yard. Make sure that you feel how you deserve to feel. Connect with Connect.
The Milwaukee Auto Show. Bolder and better. At its new location, discover the newest cars and trucks, plus family fun and more. Kids 12 and under are free now through Sunday at Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center. Tickets at autoshowmilwaukee.com.
Recently, a seller that unfortunately ended up choosing another agent called me. She said she made a mistake, and what she was expressing to me sounded like she kind of was bullied into signing with him. Is it typical? Not always, but it will never happen when you hire a Century 21 Benefit Realty agent. I want our agents to be able to look in the mirror and say, I'd want to work with me. Not because they're good at saying what you want to hear or offer the lowest commission, but because of trust. Because if you're not feeling that from your agent, that's a problem. And I don't want that. At 1.9% on the listing side of your sale with our commission capped at $19,000, Century 21 Benefit Realty leads with a very fair and transparent commission structure with maximum marketing that can get your home sold fast and for the best price. And saving money matters, but working with someone who will tell you exactly what you need to know up front, that creates trust. And that matters too. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guests, Redo Cabinets and Siding Unlimited. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. At 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
Sponsored by Tehan Greenhouses in Oak Creek. Buy direct from the grower. Tehan Greenhouses in Oak Creek. Shop the best selection of blooming hanging baskets, deck planters, annuals, perennials, and vegetables. Prices flat from last year. Buy direct. Tehan Greenhouses.
346 on WTMJ. Traffic then weather. Debbie Lazaga, how are the roads?
Backups on 41 northbound going from Mayfair Road pretty much all the way up to Silver Spring. On the southbound side, we got delays from Good Hope Road down to Capitol Drive. Southbound 43 also slowing down from Good Hope to Bender Road, back on the brakes just before Capitol Drive all the way down to the Marquette. Northbound, we've got delays from just before Lincoln all the way up past North Avenue to Locust. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The forecast brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, your local experts for roofing, siding, and window projects.
Here is your WTMJ 5-day forecast. A chance of storms tonight, a low of 56. Tomorrow, a slight chance of morning storms, and it's going to be sunny and warm, a high of 82 degrees. Sunday, cloudy with a chance of showers and storms, a high of 77 degrees. Monday, warm and humid, a chance of storms, a high of 86. Tuesday, a chance of showers and storms, a high of 83 degrees.
There are probably more songs about cars than any other subject, right?
Absolutely.
We are at the Milwaukee Auto Show. Glad that you are with us. We're bringing in the big guns. Deb Cruz is the president of the Automobile Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee. Deb, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
By the way, you have the coolest name for a car person, Deb Cruz.
I hear that all the time.
How good is that?
It just fits.
Yeah, it sure does. I want to start by asking you about the location because we're in a completely different place. We love this. It's wide open. It's easy to get here. Tell us about the new location and why you moved to the new location.
Well, first off, we do love it too. It is jam-packed. It's easy to get to. We have so much parking, and the space is what made it really pop for us because we can use inside and outside. And we're really going for it this weekend. We're using the outdoor, but we've filled up this space. It's a larger show than last year. It's great.
So what's really cool is that you get to see the 2027 models, which not a lot of people get to see yet. So that's super cool. And also, they get to test drive it. So that's a little bit different than the Baird venue. So what tell us what it's like outside.
Well, one of the nice things is you get to drive around like you're in the city because that's what the State Fair Park has. It has city streets. And we have 3 different drives this time. We have Toyota, we have Mazda, and we have Ford. And so there's lots of test drives going on right now. And you have to stop. There's stop and go traffic. You have to watch out for people. You get to do some turns. It's great. It's like the real world feel on a test drive without all the traffic.
You know, I don't mind shopping for cars. I'm a Griffin guy, and they make it easy there, and I like it. But a lot of people don't really like shopping for cars. Deb, talk about here, because one of the things that I love is that you can come here and check everything out, including driving cars this year. And you can't buy a car here, so that takes out a lot of the pressure away.
It takes a ton of pressure away. Now think about it. You come in and you're looking for one type of car, and the cousin of the other car is there too. You get to compare them right there within feet away from each other without anybody coming in and saying, hey, come and buy our car. Let's go make a deal. They're right there. You get to see it, touch it, feel it, sit inside of it. You know, if you're going to go look at those luxury vehicles out there, you get to see what your money is buying for you right away.
Okay, also let's talk about the costs. Are people shopping more for hybrids because of the cost of regular gas?
That's weighing on their minds. I mean, right now it's got to be. Everybody's looking at the pump, and hybrids are great, especially in Wisconsin. Some people are afraid. I don't know if I want to go with full electric, but we have full electrics that they get to see. They get to talk to people who know what it's about. So we have specialists here that talk about those type of cars, how much they can get, how far they can drive, how it's going to handle in winter. And right now, hybrids, that's what they want to hear about.
We're talking to Deb Cruz. She's the president of the Automobile Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee. So the car dealership people are out here. Every kind of car is out here. Can you talk about the small businesses that are also out here? We just had the Auto Lab on who wraps cars.
Oh, right.
And it's really, really cool. How big a part of the show are the things that aren't just buying cars but are related to the car industry?
It's a smaller portion of what's going on, but like one of them that I really love, I walked past them yesterday. It's right on the other side of the Auto Lab. It's your own personal lift. So I live in Wauwatosa, and I can't go anywhere with my garage. I have to go up. I can't go out. I can't go back. I have to go up. And they have a lift that's so affordable. And I'm thinking, I have 3 cars. This would have been great when my son was home to just park one up.
Oh, wow. That's like New York City. Wow.
Right? And it's affordable. And it's actually kind of pretty.
No way.
And
That's
you
really
got to check it
cool.
out. It is really cool. I love it.
I had no idea. Like the wrap is affordable too. I think people, you're right. They're intimidated by what things cost, but you can shop it all here.
Yeah, you can custom design your own cards. I think they're doing some today. They're showing people how they're doing the wrap.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it really is affordable, and that's the nice thing. You think about your car, and you're like, oh, I want to do this. I don't have the storage for it. Hey, put a lift in your garage. It's a really nice thing. So we do have things like that people can see.
Yeah, and also some people may be weighing, like me, I'm almost done with my lease, with my Subaru. Do I buy it? And also have this incredible interest rate, even though my credit score is over 800? Or do I go and lease again and then wait? So this is a really difficult time for buyers. Are the dealerships feeling that?
They are. And it's a question that everybody is thinking about. But the nice part, when you come here and you're talking to somebody, the specialists, the information people that they have here, they will give you information on that. I'm looking at that right now. What do I have to do? I have a car that's coming to the end of my lease. Do I want to buy it out? So you have people here that you can talk to without feeling the pressure of, yeah, you have to do it today. Well, I got time to think about it. And thanks for the information. And go home and weigh that type of stuff.
Deb Cruz is with us. Let's talk about some of the cool things at the show. You can sit in the cars, you can feel the cars, you can get your questions answered, but there's also stuff for kids. It's not just mom or dad or the teen that wants to sit in the car. What makes this family friendly?
Well, we have to keep it car, centric, right? So we have the little kitty test track. So if they want to come and drive an electric car, we've got some electric cars for those kids to drive.
That's fun.
Yep. And then Boy Scouts of America, they have a Pinewood Derby, and they're doing it with Legos. So you get to put a Lego Pinewood Derby and race it down a track, right? So we're making sure that the kids are entertained here, and we're keeping it into the car area. So the Boy Scouts are really doing something. They're pushing automotive this year. They're talking about that, so that's why they're coming here and asking us that they can bring their Pinewood Derby with.
Debuting this year is Milwaukee Motor Fest. This is cool. Tell us about Milwaukee Motor Fest.
That, Milwaukee Motor Fest is kind of fun. We're working with West Bend Dyno on this, and they're just trying to build it up. Get people to show off their cars. It's not just about a classic car. It's about what did I do to my car to make it custom. We're probably going to see some of the people who have wrapped their cars because they want to show it off to say, hey, look what I've built. And we're actually having a contest. They're giving away trophies for this. It's on Saturday and Sunday. And some you can just drive it in right away in the morning and just show off your car.
I want to ask you about the educational part of it. I loved when I was walking in that I saw the high school competition of the technicians. Now that is done, but it's really cool. They were here wandering around. How important is it that the auto show reach out to the next generation?
It's so important. That is my baby. It's called Technicians of Tomorrow, and we have 8 teams that come in, and what we really want to push is automotive information. So many of these kids don't know that they can go into a dealership and work. Women don't have an idea that they have an advantage of working in a dealership. You go into a service department and you talk to a service writer, women really, really do well in that department. Sales, but this technician, we really need technicians right now. We're so far behind. For every 5 that leave us, we're only replacing them with 1.
Wow.
So that's why we did this competition. We do it every year to highlight how many technicians we need. We're way behind on that.
What kind of car do you drive right now?
Right now, I drive a Toyota Tacoma.
Oh, that's a nice vehicle.
My husband loves the.
I know.
Yeah.
My husband's looking at the blue one right now.
Oh, upgrade. Maybe I'll take yours.
Yeah, there we go.
How has AI impacted what you guys do?
So far, I'm just starting to hear about certain things. Companies are starting to come out with a few things, mostly on how we respond to customers, making it quicker, making it more efficient for us to respond to customers. I don't think they're ever going to replace anything in the service department. That will never happen. So when you talk about what we're doing with education, technicians, we need them. AI is not going to take that part over. We need people to work on those smart cars to figure out how do we, what do we do with them in the back. So
the Milwaukee Auto Show runs through Sunday here at State Fair Park. It's easy to park. It's easy to get in and out, and the space is amazing. It's easy to navigate. Mm-hmm. Deb Cruz is the president of the Automobile Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee. Thank you so much for making some time for us.
Thank you.
It is 3:56 at WTMJ.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Amazon.com plans a second Amazon Now operation in Milwaukee. The quick commerce facility is planned to occupy more than 10,000 square feet inside an industrial building in the River West neighborhood. Rockwell Automation will invest up to $245 million in a new Berlin manufacturing campus. The first phase includes an 810,000 square foot facility with construction beginning in 2027. Palermo Villa launches wood-fired frozen pizzas in 4 states. The news comes a little more than 7 months after the company opened its West Milwaukee facility. I'm Logan Hansen for MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, their mission is to transform the culture of care. What does that mean? They're changing the way that they take care of our loved ones. They're just changing it every single day. It's compassion and empathy. It's the latest technology. Their teams have specialized training in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms, cognitive decline. That's how they love at Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Locations throughout Wisconsin, many right here in the Milwaukee area, Wisconsin-based, family-owned. It's all about compassion, kindness, and empathy. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
Sponsored by Redo Cabinets. Don't replace this spring. Reface.
I'm Mark Olson with Redo Cabinets. Redo Cabinets is a family business serving homeowners for over 70 years. Now we're in Milwaukee and ready to share with homeowners the benefits of refacing and not replacing those old kitchen cabinets. At Redo Cabinets, we use premium cabinet facings made right here in the USA. You select from dozens of colors, styles, hardware choices, and accessories. And during our Memorial Day event, you could get big savings. 50% off installation of a kitchen remodeling project and a free sink and faucet. Plus, no payments and no interest until 2027. That's right, 2027. Incredible savings. Redo Cabinets, 414-677-6417. That's 414-677-6417. Or visit us at redocabinets.com. That's redocabinets.com. Serving homeowners for over 70 years in Illinois and Wisconsin. Don't replace, reface with Redo Cabinets.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Downtown Milwaukee is open for business, and business is booming. I'm Matt Dorner, CEO of Milwaukee Downtown Bid 21. According to business leaders, access to talent, quality of life, and connection to community are among the many benefits of locating downtown. So, if you want to grow your company or start a new one, get down to business at MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
You can't beat Bernhardt.
Sports lovers love us.
Traffic is sponsored by Lynch McQuanago. The place you want to go. Lynch McQuanago.
Chevrolets, Fords, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams. All in one location. The place you want to go. Lynch McQuanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
We're in the Twin Cities. Double the dingers, double the hype, and wait, does that say triple digits?
Is 0-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. 102, 103, 103. See you later.
The crew heads to Minnesota for a showdown against the Twins. Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 5:35. We are the home of the Brewers. 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It's 4:01. I'm Jessica Gatso. Your top story, a middle school lockdown and protest over a band concert.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Westbound 94, we've got backups from about 35th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. Give yourself a little extra time heading past Moreland Road as well towards Calhoun. On the eastbound side, backing up from just east of 76th Street all the way to 35th. And then on the bypass, we've got delays from Oklahoma Avenue down and around the Hale interchange all the way to 60th. The westbound side slowing down out of the Mitchell interchange all the way to 60th as well. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Tonight we're looking at thunderstorms late, a low of 60. Saturday, mostly sunny skies and warm. A slight chance for a storm to the south. That's mostly along the Illinois state line. A high of 82 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, students at Riverside Middle School walked out in support of the Watertown High School Wind Symphony after a song was banned from their concert. Board members voted Tuesday night to stop a performance of a composition connected to LGBTQ history. 8th grader Adele tells WTMJ.
Since I'm going to high school next year, I want to have this opportunity to play this, but after hearing the whole thing, I decided to stand up for the high schoolers.
School officials placed the school on a cautionary lockdown after a rumor impacting student safety, but the students found a side door unlocked and left that way. 2 people are dead after a homicide in Milwaukee this morning. Police responded to 9th and Nash Street just west of I-43 around 10:15, where a 45-year-old victim was beat to death. The suspect died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. A large explosion and fire at a lumber mill in Maine leaves at least 11 people with injuries. Flames tore through Robbins Lumber in Searsmont late this morning. It's a mill that's been operating for over 100 years. Maine State Fire Marshal Sean Essler.
Very chaotic scene initially, and not because of the efforts of the first responders, but because of the magnitude of the fire involvement and the amount of sheer buildings that were on fire, faced with the limited resources the fire departments had.
At least one person reportedly in critical condition. The leaders of Wisconsin's 5 largest school districts are urging lawmakers to get back to negotiations over special education funding.
It comes after lawmakers in the state Senate rejected a tax relief and school funding package earlier this week. It would have provided around $600 million to school districts statewide. In a joint statement, superintendents from Milwaukee, Madison, Green Bay, Racine, and Kenosha say lawmakers need to revisit the proposal because schools are hurting across the state. School leaders say without additional funding, districts could face tougher staffing decisions, program cuts, and more strain on local taxpayers. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Milwaukee is kicking off its 4th annual Peace Week with events focused on public safety and community connection. Mayor Cavalier Johnson joined community leaders at Milwaukee High School of the Arts to launch the annual initiative.
Peace starts in our schools, it starts in our neighborhoods, it starts with the choices that we make each and every single day all across our community.
Schools, nonprofits, and faith groups will host events throughout the next week, all aimed at promoting peace and reducing violence in Milwaukee. Coming up, it's round 2 of the PGA Championship. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 4:04.
Now that the weather is becoming wonderful, let's think less work, more play. Let Outdoor Living Unlimited replace that deck, build the outdoor kitchen, add a covered structure. How about an automated pergola with automated screens? Let us build a space for you that you'll never have to paint. All you need to do is play, enjoy, live. Stop by our Outdoor Living Unlimited showroom at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha. The showroom is amazing, perfect to start your journey. Less work, more play, Outdoor Living Unlimited.
Here's to sweet summer days together with friends and family in Wisconsin. To discovering magic in every moment.
Hey, Mom, over here.
And to reconnecting through a world filled with wonder.
Wow.
Here's to supper club celebrations and dancing until the sun goes down. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your summer getaway at travelwisconsin.com.
An unsuspecting driver at a gas station in Wisconsin.
Welcome, Pump 15. How you doing?
Great.
Were you wearing your seatbelt today?
I never wear my seatbelt.
We're going to get him. We're going to get him real good.
Oh, my goodness.
Hello, sir. How you doing? Donald Driver. It takes 1 second to strap a seatbelt on. Well, let's do this. Let's do it together. Now, don't that feel better?
Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways.
And I should have recognized your voice when you're harassing me.
I'm watching you.
Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
Get your rock solid guaranteed pre-approval to buy at accunet.com.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law offices. One call, that's all sports desk. Following a 5-1 homestand against the Yankees and Padres, the Brewers begin a 3-game series tonight in Minneapolis against the Twins. Christian Yelich is day-to-day with back soreness after playing in just 1 game following an injured list stint with a groin strain.
He's an experienced player that knows his body and knows how to get ready. And, anytime that you have a player of his caliber, you want to trust him, and I feel like he's put in the work to get back, and, we'll see how it goes from here.
That's Brewers President of Baseball Operations, Matt Arnold. Coverage of tonight's game begins at 5:35 right here on WTMJ. And round 2 of the PGA Championship continues in Pennsylvania. Aldridge Potgieter from South Africa at the top of the leaderboard at 5 under par, and American Alex Smalley in second place, just 1 stroke behind. Defending champion Scotty Scheffler is tied for 7th. Golf Major updates are sponsored by Morningstar Golfers Club. Lush green fairways and velvet smooth greens. Play your next round at Morningstar. Visit golfthestar.com today. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 4:07.
At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get the look you want for the home you love with 0% financing options available. Wisconsin weather doesn't ease you into spring, it keeps you guessing. One day it's sunshine, the next it's wind, rain, or even snow. That's why your windows and doors have to handle everything in every season. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we design with that in mind. Built for durability, efficiency, and year-round comfort. And right now, we're making that comfort easier to afford. Get the look you want for the home you love with 0% financing options available. So you can upgrade your home now and pay over time without even paying a dime in interest. From your free in-home consultation to expert installation, Pella's local team is with you every step, helping you find the right fit for your home, your style, and your budget. With 0% financing options available. Plus, with our 10-year limited warranty, you'll have peace of mind long after installation date. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2026.
Live from the Expo Center at State Fair Park for the Auto Show. Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air. Now, here are your hosts, John McCure and Julia Fellow.
That car sounds just like my first car.
Oh.
That sounded serious, didn't it?
Yeah. You can go shopping and look at all the different types of cars without using too much gas.
I love it, and I love here that there's no pressure. There aren't salespeople working the floor here. You can sit in the cars, you can drive the cars, you can hang out in the
Our
cars.
bosses. He was sitting in one of them.
Yeah, exactly. He's been sitting in several of them, actually. The Milwaukee Auto Show goes through Sunday, so come hang out with us. All right, let's talk about our first cars. Do you remember your first car?
94 Celica.
Celica. Wow, what color?
Black, and most of them were coupes, but this one was the dealer's daughter's car.
Whoa.
So she had an actual trunk with a nice fin on it.
Really?
I felt so Fast and Furious cool.
You had that pimped out spoiler on the back. You were looking nice.
I didn't want to get rid of it. It's so nice.
Deb, first car.
1973 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme.
Ooh,
orange,
that's a good one.
Black top. We literally drove the wheels off of it. I am not even kidding. There was a hole in the floorboard in the back seat. You could see the road go by. And then I remember that the tires, you could actually see little pieces of metal sticking out of the steel-belted radial.
Wow.
I literally drove the wheels off of this thing.
God.
It was a tank. I loved it because you could steer with your pinky finger. It was just so smooth.
Sounds like a death trap. Thanks, Devin.
Towards the end, yeah.
All right. If you want to see my first card, text the word watch to 855-616-1620. Text the word watch to 855-616-1620. My first car was a 1990 Chevy Beretta. Remember those Chevy Berettas?
Can I say this?
Yes.
It looks very girly.
Well, Michelle loved it. Michelle, let's just be real for
Text
a second.
watch.
You guys get to make all the decisions, including the car. Michelle picked out the car.
Oh my goodness.
It looks like
Very
a
80s color
Easter
scheme.
egg.
Hot pink Indy.
Yeah,
in cursive.
so it's teal green. It looks like a green Easter egg is the color of the car. And then all over it had pink official pace car, the Indianapolis 500.
The
back
Chevy
in
logo?
1990.
Was the Chevy logo hot pink too?
Yes, the logo and the grill was pink. This is embarrassing.
No, it's really cool that
You just said it looked like a girl's car. Don't try to kiss up to me
No,
now.
but on the top of the windshield it says Beretta like that.
Yeah. You're going back and forth between whether this is really cool or really terrible.
I don't know.
Text the word watch.
Just text the word watch.
You can decide. What do you think, Deb?
Late
What are you going to say,
80s,
car
early
girl?
90s. Well, that's
Yeah.
very
Classic
late 80s,
80s.
early 90s color scheme, like the whole neon thing that you get.
Yeah.
Text
that
watch.
time period.
Watch, and you can see it.
855-616-1620.
Deb, 1990 Chevy Beretta. By the way, this was the first thing we ever bought together, so it was a big deal because I could hardly afford a loaf of bread, and Michelle talked me into buying this teal Easter egg Beretta. But that's it. First
Was
car.
she really happy?
Oh my God! Yes, she was happy. She was very
Oh.
happy, and that's what God put us on this earth for, is to make you guys happy.
Absolutely.
Well, at least you get the idea now.
Yeah, no, I get it. What was your first car? Text us at 855-616-1620. Text us and let us know what your first car was. We're broadcasting live from the Greater Milwaukee Auto Show. Up next, this is going to be a lot of fun. automotive expert and analyst Brian Moody with us live at the Auto Show. That's up next on WTM.
The Crew take on the Dodgers Friday, May 22nd through Sunday the 24th. Join Boy Band Night on Friday the 22nd, presented by Wintrust. Grab a theme night ticket for a Brew Crew Boys t-shirt and stay for post-game fireworks presented by T-Mobile. Then on Saturday, the first 25,000 fans collect a patriotic Brewers hat. Close it out with Family Sunday fun as the first 5,000 kids 14 and under get a Brewers pennant on the 24th, courtesy of Joy. Grab your seats at Brewers.com.
Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin. It's where I go. It's where Michelle went when she hurt her back. They have it all together. They've got the best imaging. They've got the best physical therapy. They've just got their stuff together. If you feel like you need help, it might not be a surgical option. First, they'll do the imaging. First, they'll talk you through things. Then they'll work through everything. But you need to know that if you need surgery, they've got the best doctors in the industry there at Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin. Here's how you start. Get going with the website, ohow.com, OHOW.com. Hit request an appointment. You deserve to feel better, especially as we head into summer. Don't shy away. Go with the best. Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin, OHOW.com. Request an appointment.
It's Staples' 40th anniversary, and they've got deals worth celebrating. Now through May 23rd, enjoy up to 50% off. Save on paper, chairs, custom print, balloons, and more. Staples. That was easy.
The Milwaukee Auto Show. Bolder and better at its new location. See the newest cars, trucks, and SUVs from more than 25 brands. Now through Sunday at Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center. Tickets at autoshowmilwaukee.com.
From the postgame to the morning show, there's no rest for baseball for Dominic Catronio, our Brewers 360 guest every Monday at 8:45 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
The point being is they are nearing the end of this storm when they finally get to be the team that they were projected to be. And maybe some of the kids down in AAA start to find their footing.
Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited, Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Cannon and Dumphy, and Ridgetop Exteriors.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
Let's check the roads with Debbie Lazaga. How's our ride rolling, Deb?
Well, southbound 43 is backing up quite a bit from Capitol Drive. It's pretty much solid all the way down through the Marquette. On the northbound side, we got backups from Chase all the way up through the Marquette to about Locust. Southbound 41, a heavy ride through the construction zone from Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol. Northbound's backed up from just north of Watertown Plank Road all the way up to Silver Spring. Eastbound 94, we've got backups from about 76th Street all the way through to 35th. Westbound 35th to Hawley Road, and then you're back on the brakes from Elm Grove Road, kind of all the way to Calhoun in Fits and Starts. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast, chance for rain tonight, a low of 56. Tomorrow, sunny, warm, a high of 82. What a good one. Sunday, cloudy, maybe a little rain, a high of 77. Monday, warm, humid, stormy, a high of 86. And on Tuesday, a chance for rain, a high of 83 degrees. Right now, it's sunny and 78. We are broadcasting live from the Milwaukee Auto Show at State Fair Park. We're here till 6 o'clock. The show goes all weekend long, so squeeze it into your schedule. It's the place you want to check out this weekend. So
I
we were talking
love
about
our texters.
Yeah, it shares those with us. We were talking about our first cars.
Okay, from the 262, 1963 Impala two-door with a 327 4-speed, paid $275.
Whoa, that's amazing.
That's about what I pay each month for my lease.
God, I wish I paid that
There's
much
another
each month.
one, 78 Camaro, Al in Richfield, and he has a beautiful lady in the driver's seat.
Is that? No, I don't know. I think that might be Al.
No.
Look at the hair.
Wait, are you serious?
I think maybe that is. Brian, does this look like a man or a woman in this car?
Don't answer that.
Now remember, it's from what year?
78.
Al, text us back. Is that you or is that your lady?
Too tough to call.
We're not trying to be disrespectful, but
I think the person is gorgeous. First car was a 79 Chevy Newport. The car was so big you could probably fit at least 4 or 5 bodies in the trunk.
is that one from Chicago?
There's one other one. It's from the 262. I swear, this person says 1963 black Volvo with red interior, a stick, looked like a mafia car.
Wow, we're big with the mafia, apparently. Let's bring in Brian Moody. He is an automotive expert and analyst. He's had a long, storied career, and he is with us. He is the auto guy. Brian, so good to see you here. What's your first car?
I do my best. I want to preface my first car by saying it was a very, very used car by the time I got it. Just saying. Let's don't draw any conclusions based on the year.
Okay.
A 1964 Buick Skylark. In high school, I had a 1964 Buick Skylark. And you know how, like, you see these 80s movies, like, you know, Say Anything or that, and it's cool?
Yeah.
It wasn't cool like that. What was cool was to have a 5-liter Mustang. My car was like, oh, that guy. Oh, that's so nice.
What color was it?
It was blue, and one time a girl asked for a ride home, and she goes, oh, your car is so clean. Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Chicks don't dig the clean car.
They did not
They want
dig
the Mustang.
the 64 Skylark. Yeah.
Brian, we love when you stop by because you're kind of the go-to on so many topics. I guess let's start with what's in the news, and that is that gas prices are through the roof. How's that impacting the industry? We were told several years ago that because of gas prices, electric vehicles were going to go crazy.
Right.
How's that played out? What's happening now because of the gas
Well,
situation?
so with an electric car, of course, the thing is you get an electric car and you can use no gas. But when you start applying a little bit of math to that, all of a sudden you have maybe a $60,000, $70,000 car. Well, it's going to take you a long time to make up the difference versus if you were just to get a car that got, like, say, 40 miles per gallon. So, yes, electric cars are a thing. There are many here to see. If you want to do that, you can look at some. You can even take some for a test drive out front. For the most part, hybrids seem to be taking up the gap in between because they're affordable, they use the existing infrastructure, and 40, 50, or even sometimes close to 60 miles per gallon is the norm for those cars. So you look at a car like a Prius or a Hyundai Sonata hybrid, and 50 miles per gallon, I bet you sounds really good to someone commuting from the outskirts into the city.
Yeah. Big trucks. Sorry, Julia. Big trucks, are they being hurt by gas prices? Or people buying less Wagoneers and Tahoes and Suburbans?
They already kind of were. One thing we know is that every year the Ford F-150 is typically the best-selling new car, right? The best-selling new vehicle, and then second to that would be like the Silverado or the Yukon, and then third to that is usually the Ram, which is a pickup. Lately, however, even before gas prices started to go up, what we started to see is that the Toyota RAV4 has been so close to the number 3 full-size pickup that at some point we think it's going to overtake. So people were already thinking that. I think what gas prices do is they make people start looking at, like, how much of a car do I really need? The Ford Maverick, which is one that's here, is a small pickup. It's affordable, and you can have it as a hybrid. So that's the kind of thing that people are thinking. Trucks are always going to be popular because I think Americans typically buy cars based on what they imagine themselves doing, not what they're actually doing. How else could you explain the success of the Jeep Wrangler? They're sitting in a cubicle thinking, man, I want to be anywhere other than here. And the thing to get me there is a Jeep Wrangler. Then they go home on the weekend and go, I'm too tired to do any of that stuff.
It's true. We just left the hard top on, my family.
Yeah.
We had the soft top. We just left the hard top on.
Yeah.
We took it off once, but it was fun.
The guy that lives in an urban setting, has no children, and has to have the Tahoe.
Right.
He's not hauling anything.
No, but in case zombie apocalypse
Gotta be
comes,
ready.
He's got the thing for that, right?
You got to be ready.
And snow. I mean, it does snow quite a bit, so that's a thing that you have to factor into in your car buying purchase.
So you were very high up in Kelley Blue Book, working for Kelley Blue Book. Can you believe how much the prices have, ballooned?
Yes.
What is going on?
Okay, so there's a couple things to keep in mind when it comes to new car prices. Typically, when we say the prices are going up, we're talking about averages, and averages can skew. So lately, the averages are maybe not reflecting reality because electric cars are skewing the prices up. Also, today, more new car buyers are opting for luxury brands than they have in the past. For example, pre-COVID, that would have been like 9, 10, 11, 12% of the buying public. Today, it's almost 20%.
Oh.
So that's skewing the average up. It would be more accurate to look at probably the median, which is right in the middle, an even amount above, an even amount below. That's about $41,000, $42,000. But still, your point is well taken. Car prices are going up. Manufacturers know this. The good thing about a show like this is that we walked around before and looked, and I found at least 10 different cars that are all less than $30,000, some even $25,000 and less.
Is AI a big part of what's going on in the auto industry?
AI is going to probably first hit dealerships and consumer sales experiences. So, for example, imagine if you ever go to the consumer website, whether it's for the doctor's office or whether it's for eyeglasses, and they have a little chat bot that comes up.
Yep.
And it says, "Oh, hi, I'm Jenny, and can I help you?" And you're like, "Okay." So, no matter what you ask, though, the Jenny's response is, "Great, can I get your name and number?"
Yep.
Okay.
No matter
We're
what
not-
you ask.
We're not doing that. Does it fit in one of these three? So that's where AI is going to help, because that will be obsolete, and AI will be able to help you with your complete shopping experience with a car, citing stuff like towing capacity and all that kind of thing. And then it will forward that information to a salesperson, and you can have a better shopping experience while enhancing the human part of it, which is the salesperson. That's not going to replace salespeople. So AI, yes, is coming, but it's probably not as much of an impact as people would like to think.
What are you driving right now?
I believe it. You're not going to believe the car I have. I have a 2006 Saab 9.3 convertible. And literally, like, people are like, "Is that even a thing?" Like, my daughter, I have a teenage daughter, and she's like, "What? Is that even a thing?" It was a thing. And so anyway.
They're nice.
I
They're
do
nice.
like it. I also was recently driving a Toyota Grand Highlander, which is very nice, too, hybrid. So a lot of hybrids these days.
By the way, okay, we have an update from Al, the texter. It was him.
And he said,
Look at his long hair.
He says, "I was a dude."
Yeah, he said that he tried to
Still
use
am.
AI to enhance his old picture, and it put makeup on him and jacked up his nose.
See, AI. Just send us the
AI.
original. Oh, that's really
But
funny.
let's be honest. Like, let's just be honest a second. Like, I think earlier Julia sort of like encapsulated the idea perfectly. She said, "I can't decide whether it's amazing or awful." Well, that's the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
your
like,
your
right,
car,
my Beretta.
That-
your car.
Is it awful or is it amazing? I don't know. We
Well
had
said.
bands like Poison. You
Yeah,
tell me
that's
which
true.
one
That
it
guy
was.
looks like he could be in Poison, actually.
That
is a big hair
That
band
is a
guy.
total 80.
That's a
80s.
hairband guy.
Yeah, he was
White
in-
Snake. That was the lead singer of White Snake.
He was in Dawkins.
Yeah,
Exactly.
acid
Tesla.
wash
Let's just go
jeans.
through.
Look at his chest
I
exposed.
think that's a drummer
That's a
and Rat.
good-looking guy.
Brian
Al, I
Moody,
love it.
automotive expert and analyst. Always appreciate the time
Thank
we get
you.
with you. Thank you, Brian. Let's check the markets. The WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Everything ended the week in the red. The Dow was off 537 points. The NASDAQ was down 410. The S&P closed off 93 points on the day. Annex Wealth Management, financial planning at every level. Know the difference with Annex.
What do you want retirement to look like? Hi, I'm Tony Drake, certified financial planner and founder of Drake & Associates right here in Wisconsin. For some people, retirement means travel and new adventures. For others, it means spending more time with family or pursuing passions they never had time for before. But turning those goals into a reality takes thoughtful planning. It's not just about saving money. It's about designing an income strategy that supports the life you want while helping your savings last throughout retirement. At Drake & Associates, we help Wisconsin families connect their financial plan with their lifestyle goals, building strategies designed to help support both today's needs and tomorrow's opportunities. My complimentary retirement toolkit can help you begin that process. It includes my book, Get Retirement Ready, and 5 guides covering income planning, taxes, and retirement strategies. Call 414
Hey everybody, Debbie Lazaga here for Car Edge. Are you tired of the car buying process? Well, my friends at Car Edge communicate with multiple local dealerships for you, scoring you the best deal while you remain completely anonymous. Check out the glowing reviews. Car Edge saved one customer 14% off MSRP on a 2025 Jetta, even without having to step foot into the dealership. They're expert negotiators that know all the tricks of the trade. For a limited time, WTMJ fans get 20% off their services. Call 414-667-7413 or visit caredge.com/WTMJ.
Welcome to our Everyday Health feature, sponsored by the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network. Back and neck pain that can interfere with your daily activities, reduce your quality of life, depending on the condition causing your pain. There are effective options that may not require surgery. With more, we welcome in Dr. Carly Sauter, physical medicine and rehabilitation physician with the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network. Is there anything people can do to prevent injuries to their back or neck or pain associated?
For the average person, staying active can be helpful. So keeping your back strong, having good posture, regular physical activity, and using good mechanics.
So if I'm a new patient at Freighter Medical College of Wisconsin, how would I be evaluated and how would you diagnose me as a new patient?
We start by talking to you as a patient, finding out what your symptoms are. We'll ask about signs of things that could be more concerning that might really change to a different type of treatment than a conservative care. Then we'll do a physical exam, then a neurologic exam of different areas of your body to make sure there's nothing concerning going on. Once we do the history and the physical exam, we'll talk about ways to figure out what's going on if that's needed. Beyond the history and physical, that might include tests like X-ray or MRI or nerve testing. And then we talk with you as a patient to come up with a plan that works for you to help you feel better.
What are those surgical options that your team offers if it's required?
The conversation about what surgery might be needed for a patient is between the surgeon and the patient. Surgeons will try to give patients an option that's the least invasive. However, there are times when a minimally invasive procedure is appropriate. There are times when a more complex surgery is needed, and that conversation would occur with the surgeon to come up with a plan that works best.
Is there a difference in where a person receives care?
Receiving care at an academic health network is a wonderful option. We have physicians and other medical providers that have wide range of expertise. We have access to all the latest innovative treatment options. We follow very evidence-based medicine to get patients their best outcomes in an individualized way.
Dr. Carly Sauter is a physical medicine and rehabilitation physician with the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network. Dr. Sauter, we appreciate your time and information. Great insight.
Thank you very much.
This report sponsored by Exterior Pros and Baths. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation. Don't just upgrade, transform your home. From bold exteriors to breathtaking baths, Exterior Pros makes it happen. Exterior Pros. Trust the pros.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
It's 4:30. I'm Jessica Gatso. Your top story, an offer from China to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Still kind of a hefty ride along 43 southbound from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. More delays then from Oklahoma Avenue down towards Howard. On the northbound side, delays basically from Oklahoma Avenue all the way up through the Marquette up to about North Avenue. Westbound 94, watch for delays from about 30th Street to Hawley Road, back on the brakes from just west of Highway 100 all the way to Moreland Road. Then we've got the eastbound side backed up from 76th Street to 35th. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Tonight, thunderstorms likely late, a low of 60. Saturday, mostly sunny skies and warm. A slight chance for storms along the Illinois state line, high of 82. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, President Trump says China wants to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz. The White House saying there was a significant amount of agreement between the two sides regarding the Iran war. News Nation's Robert Sherman.
It's a little unclear as to exactly how involved China would be when it comes to possibly reopening the strait or any direct involvement taking place in the Middle East, because on the one hand, China does have the ability to influence Tehran as a major ally and trade partner. But on the other hand, you're the president saying today that they don't want China's help. They don't believe that they need China's help. That said, the president told reporters today that he believes that there were a number of lines in which the president of China and he both agreed on.
About 90% of Iran's oil exports go to China. Russian drone and missile strikes take down a 9-story apartment building in the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv, killing many civilians. ABC's Patrick Revel.
President Zelensky visited today and praised the rescue effort, saying that the workers there had worked continuously. I believe they'd worked about 28 hours, desperately trying to find people. Dozens of people, of course, were also injured. And this attack was across the country, well over 100 people also injured. And the worry is, of course, that we will just see these huge drone attacks getting bigger.
The death toll is now at 24, including 3 children. A man facing felony charges in 3 separate cases is accused of calling the victim over 1,000 times from the Milwaukee County Jail. Amir Jones is in custody on charges related to stalking and threatening to kill the mother of his child. Assistant District Attorney Jessica Bailing says he violated a no-contact order.
Since Mr. Jones was arrested in January on the underlying case, he has made over 1,500 attempted phone calls to the victim. Over 300 of those have been answered.
The judge overseeing the case has denied prosecutors' requests to restrict Jones's communication privileges or raise his bail. Jones has a new bail hearing set for May 26. Construction is moving along at the new Nature and Culture Museum of Wisconsin in downtown Milwaukee.
About a year from now, it will be the new home of the Milwaukee Public Museum. Media got an inside look this week as crews are finishing up drywall, painting, and some major interior work. Officials also showcasing a 3-story collections display, massive staircase that runs through the middle of the building, plus the top floor butterfly vivarium that overlooks the city. Museum president and CEO Ellen Sensky.
You know, when we started, I think we all wondered, can we really do this? And we just kept on plugging away. It's now coming to life. It's very rewarding.
Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All sports desk. The Brewers start a 3-game series against the Twins tonight in Minneapolis. Jacob Mizorowski leads all of baseball in strikeouts. Coverage of tonight's game begins at 5:35 here on WTMJ. And round 2 of the PGA Championship continues in Pennsylvania. 2 Americans are now at the top of the leaderboard. Maverick McNeely in first place at 5 under par, and Alex Smalley in second place just 1 stroke behind. Defending champion Scotty Scheffler is currently tied for 7th. Golf Major Updates are sponsored by Morningstar Golfers Club, lush green fairways, and velvet smooth greens. Play your next round at Morningstar. Visit golfthestar.com today. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 4:35.
No matter the month, no matter the time of year, a Wisconsin fish fry is a great tradition. WTMJ's John Mercure. Another great tradition is that fish fry at the famous Fox and Hounds. Experience 90 years of history at the Fox and Hounds, the Up North Log Cabin Supper Club near Holy Hill. The fish fry there, one of the best, and all of the dinners, by the way, are get one free when you buy one. Honey glazed salmon, pan-fried walleye, steak and lobster, prime rib on Saturday, any entree, buy one, get one free. Desserts and ice cream drinks, yummy, and buy one, get one free. After a long week, relax with an old-fashioned. Choose from 20 bourbons, 100 wines, 8 unique dining rooms. The Fox and Hounds, kind of hugged by the Kettle Moraine Forest. Right off Highway 167 near beautiful Holy Hill. The Spring Drive is stunning, a must-see. Serving Saturday lunch from 11 till 2. Dinner today at 4 p.m. Dine early. Tables are open. Google Call and Reserve your all-you-care-to-eat fish fry. All other dinners, buy one, get one free. The famous Fox and Hounds.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ.
Yeah, here we go. John Mercure, Julia Fellow at the Milwaukee Auto Show at State Fair Park. This is a great venue out here at State Fair Park. It's wide open.
I know, I love it. It's
I love it,
fantastic.
too.
I got to take my husband here. He's so into cars. This is
you got to
and
bring him.
I've been to the Chicago Auto Show, the Detroit Auto Show, Detroit,
The big
Motor
one,
City,
the big one.
and this is so convenient.
Yeah.
It's at a new location at Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center.
So we were discussing earlier our first cars, and we asked you to text us where your first car was. A couple of texts from the 920. A 1970 Buick Skylark, fancy wheels, loud mufflers, 8-track player, heart-shaped pillows in the back seat that I won at the State Fair. Dean from Sheboygan said that. That's a pretty cool car, 1970. A white 71 Gremlin, 3-speed on the floor, had vacuum wipers that changed speed when you stepped on the gas.
No.
I was going east on 94, and a guy got off on 26th Street, went through the air, and back down on the freeway in front of me. I hit it, and I wasn't hurt.
Oh, my
It's a
gosh.
solid 71 Gremlin. One more from the 920. Hi, I had a 70 Camaro, puke green. A friend had one too, but his was calf blank yellow.
I like the puke green, though. I know exactly that color
Yeah.
right now.
I
It's a
picture
good
that
green.
Yeah. So much good stuff. Continue to send us your text. What was your first car? 855-616-1620. All right. It's time for the weekend review. A school board oversteps. Beagles arrive in Waukesha. A bipartisan deal collapses and more. It is the weekend review brought to you by Outdoor Living Unlimited.
What we do here is go.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone! Another Mother's Day miracle for the Brewers.
A young star over there for sure.
Now back in the U.S., all of the Americans aboard the cruise ship where hantavirus was confirmed.
Taken straight to the National Quarantine Center at the University of Nebraska to be evaluated.
President said the real deal gold at Doral in Miami, put there by Great American Patriots. It was blessed by Pastor Mark Burns. Gold effigy or not?
Have you watched The Boys?
No.
Creator Eric Kripke, the caption was, seriously, what the F?
As the draft lottery was being conducted, this story broke. Bucks co-owner Wes Edens was identified as the victim of a massive $1.2 billion blackmail and sextortion scheme.
Are they really all getting a check?
It appears so, at least from what leaders are saying. Republicans who control the legislature, the governor, you don't announce something unless you're pretty darn confident the votes are there to pass. So we'll say that.
School districts, they're going to be happy about some of these things are coming back to them.
Yeah, it's just a short-term solution. We've normalized these tiny little crumbs that we get. And it's
incrementalism?
Yeah.
All right, now we entered the point in the show where Gina controls the rundowns, and it says Starbucks summer menu launches today. Oh, so you do a mobile order, but then you put in the time you're going to arrive to get it?
Yeah.
My concern is that we would forget.
Oh, I wouldn't forget.
Well, we have you. That's a very good point.
Julia, the Beagles have arrived at the Humane Animal Welfare Society, Haws in Waukesha.
Some of them are already out and about on leashes, just seeing what's up, and some of them are a little more timid. It kind of varies from dog to dog. The puppies, however, all of them are super energetic.
President Trump arriving in China for his high-stakes summit with President Xi Jinping. Overshadowing the summit, the war in Iran.
And keep in mind, Iran is the sideshow as far as the Chinese are concerned. It's all about the economy.
We should not be training little liberals.
Music doesn't make you gay. What they think is protecting kids is just close-minded bigotry.
The politicization of school boards, I know some parents think this is a win. It's not a win.
The search is on for a new president of the University of Wisconsin System. It's a 25-person committee. I am happy to step in as an alternate.
No pressure.
I'll keep that in mind, but I'll move you up on the list just in case.
Thank you very much.
In Madison, they're trying to sort out whether we will get those rebate checks and whether or not schools will get more funding. And it's not clear if there are the votes for this thing to pass in the assembly.
A few moments later.
There are 15 ayes and 18 noes. The bill is not concurred in.
What happened?
It didn't work, and all 15 Democrats held strong, voting against the plan and taking shots at their Democratic governor in the process.
I'm generally perceived as a pretty nice, calm interviewer. I'm not going to be so nice because I'm pissed off about this. Be prepared to answer the questions because you basically played the politics game.
You hear the word data center, people kind of tend to want to freak out a little bit.
Equating this project in the city to other projects in terms of just using data center as a blanket term, very different scenarios between those two. Packers prime time.
The Packers begin the season on the road against the division rival Vikings.
There's not like a murderer's row of, oh my God, there's 2 or 3 road games in a row, or holy cats, there's going to be tough games.
What are we, gang?
What a week.
I got big visions for my bird.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
Yes, that is the week in review.
Brought to you
Jaslyn,
by Outdoor
nice
Living
job.
Unlimited. Yeah.
Always, every week. You are right. It is 4:42 at WTMJ. Packers' schedule is out. We take a deeper dive on what that looks like up next with Jason Wilde.
The Milwaukee Auto Show.
bolder, and better. At its new location, discover the newest cars and trucks. Plus, test drive several vehicles right at the show. Now through Sunday at Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center. Tickets at AutoShowMilwaukee.com.
Annex Wealth Management knows that when life changes, they can help you out. The loss of a partner, divorce, or a health crisis. When that happens, what do you do? If it happened today, would you be prepared? The Annex Wealth Management Women in Wealth series continues with Women in Wealth When Life Changes, how women can financially prepare for the unexpected. It is Thursday, May 21st, 6 to 8 at the Annex headquarters in Brookfield, a workshop that can help you prepare for the unexpected and be informed. Go to annexwealth.com. You can find registration there, annexwealth.com. Met with my advisor just today. Great experience. I was with him for an hour. Mike Murtos, Mequon, fantastic. I always feel like he answers all the right questions for me before I even ask some of them. They'll take care of you. It's financial planning at every single level. Fee-only fiduciary all the time means they don't get paid a commission. Know the difference with Annex Wealth Management.
It's Staples' 40th anniversary, and they've got deals worth celebrating. Now through May 23rd, enjoy up to 50% off. Save on paper, chairs, custom print, balloons, and more. Staples. That was easy.
Hey, Wisconsin, WTMJ Steve Scavidi here for Badger Fence. You know what? The moment you look out of your yard and think, boy, this fence has seen some things. We've all been in that position, right? It looks a little shaky. Maybe it's leaning. Maybe it's squeaking. Maybe it's just an idea, but when it's time to upgrade, I want three things: privacy, security, and a fence that looks really, really good and looks sharp. So my neighbors go, wow, that's a great looking fence. That's why I called Badger Fence a few years ago. They've been installing fences in the Milwaukee area since, get this, 1945. They're Better Business Bureau accredited with an A+ rating. Doesn't get better than that. And a longtime NARI Milwaukee member. They make it easy. They'll walk you through the styles, materials, wood cedar, which is what we chose, ornamental, chain link, PVC vinyl, very popular now, so you'll land on the right look for your home and your budget. Badger Fence is licensed, bonded, insured, and they use quality materials, the best materials, which matters when you want this fence to hold up season after season in Wisconsin. If a new fence is on your list this year, set an appointment at badgerfence.com and tell them Steve from WTMJ sent you.
Point taken with Scafidi and Bride.
This is the school board overstepping their bounds. I don't know how long it's going to take people to understand that music doesn't make you gay. Music doesn't make you trans. What they think is protecting kids is just closed-minded bigotry.
The politicization of school boards, I know some parents think this is a win. It's not a win.
Weekdays from 10 to noon on WTMJ. And check out the weekly newsletter, Extra Points, by texting EXTRA to the talk and text line.
Traffic is sponsored by Burghardt Sporting Goods, the Midwest's best baseball and softball training facility and retail center. Burghardt Sporting Goods. Visit them today in New Berlin.
5 traffic and then weather. Debbie Lasaga, how are the roads?
Well, we've got delays southbound 43, pretty hefty ones from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. Northbound, we have about 4 different disabled vehicles. They're all out of traffic, but I don't know what's going on the 4394. Also, 41 southbound at Watertown Plank Road, we do have a crash off on the right shoulder. Right now, southbound is mainly delayed between Good Hope Road and Capitol Drive. Northbound's backed up from just north of Watertown Plank Road all the way to Silver Spring. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Here is your WTMJ 5-day forecast. A chance of storms tonight, a low of 56. Saturday, a slight chance of morning storms. Then it's going to be sunny and warm tomorrow, a high of 82 degrees. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a chance of showers and storms, a high of 77. Monday, partly cloudy, warm and humid, a chance of storms, a high of 86 degrees. Tuesday, a chance of showers and storms, a high of 83 degrees.
By June 1st. Good news, exciting news. People are jazzed as hell. Jason Wilde, our Packers insider, we spoke to him earlier today. So the schedule has been released. I guess let's start really broad. When you look at the schedule, what jumps out at you about this Green Bay Packers schedule?
Yeah, so good question, because that's kind of how I'm wired. And I'm not only, it's not just what jumps out at me, but then I think about what has jumped out at other people when you talk about the schedule over the years. And when you've done it as long as I have, this will be my 31st season. Luckily, I started when I was 12, as you guys know. Doogie Howser, journalist. But for example, Aaron Rodgers said the first thing he always looked at was, when do we play the Bears in Chicago? And that was long before he did I own you, I still own you, because whether it's the weather or whether it's the rivalry, that was the game he was always curious about. And then the next thing was, when is the bye? Mike McCarthy would always break the season up into quarters, because that was when it was 16 games, and start thinking about, okay, here's this quarter is going to be tough. This one is going to be a little bit different because of the way the schedule falls, et cetera. But I thought of Ron Wolf last night as the first thing that stuck out to me was that 4 of the Packers' last 5 games are at home. And Ron Wolf, the Pro Football Hall of Fame general manager who, basically led the Packers renaissance in the 90s, the first thing he looked at is, how many home games do we have in December? And this is a great stat from Nate LaCasio, one of the Packers PR guys. It is the first time since the NFL went to the 16-game schedule way back in 1978 that the Packers have had 4 of their last 5 games at home.
Yeah.
So after losing 4 in a row to close the regular season a year ago, at least from a home field advantage perspective, this schedule lines up great for them to finish the season strong and go into the postseason with momentum.
And they're fun games, too, because Jeff Halfley and the Bills are in that group that comes in late. The Dolphins from sunny Miami are in that group.
Christmas Day.
This
Christmas
is shaping
Day's away,
up to
though.
be great.
Yeah, and look, it's a trade-off, obviously, because they start with 3 of their first 4 on the road. But I also look at that, and you look at the way those games shake out, and it's really interesting, too, because, look, and I'm not saying that the NFL was trying to do the Packers any favors. What the NFL, and more importantly, its TV partners are interested in, though, are great matchups and stars, right? And not all 17 games are going to be intriguing, engaging, exciting matchups. But they want Micah Hyde. The TV partners want Micah Hyde in their games because stars move the needle. And Micah Parsons will be, whether it's 3 games, 4 games that he misses at the start of the season, coming back from that knee injury. He had said his goal was to be back before the end of September. If that doesn't happen, let's say he misses the first 4 games at Minnesota, which is not an easy game by any means to start the season, but they're going to have a new quarterback, at the Jets, home against the Atlanta Falcons, and at Tampa Bay. So if Micah Parsons is out those first 4 games, his first game would be in Week 5 at Lambeau against the Chicago Bears. The schedule makers were thinking about Micah when they put that together.
Well, and also there's also infighting with the green and gold package season ticket holders, and it seems like the gold package got 2 really, really good ones, the Bears and the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Julia, because first of all, for those that, listen to this show all the time and only hear me during the season and don't really know much about me, I grew up in Milwaukee on the South Side, and my grandparents in the 1940s bought the Milwaukee tickets when they used to play at State Fair Park. And for people who don't know the Packers history, the Milwaukee fans, for those members of the green ticket package that roll their eyes at the Milwaukeeans that come up, they helped save the franchise. They were in really bad financial straits, and playing those games in Milwaukee was extremely lucrative and helpful to keep the team afloat.
Amen.
Let's go.
Amen,
Preach
brother.
it, brother. Preach.
So I then got those tickets from my grandparents. I obviously, because of my job, don't need them, so my brother has them. But there's a structure to the way the Packers disperse these tickets, and I actually had this conversation and told Ed Policy my history with the new team president and CEO, Ed Policy, and it's structured as the 2nd and 5th home games on the schedule go to the Milwaukee or the gold package. Well, here's the problem with that. When you do it it's automatically the 2nd game and the 5th game, the NFL doesn't care about those caveats. They make the schedule the way they make the schedule. So this year, the Packers-Bears game that I just mentioned, and then the Packers-Vikings game, as you mentioned, Julia, are the 2 gold package games. And so the green package holders are ticked off. what I had said to Ed last year's 2 gold ticket games, if people don't remember, was a Thursday night game against Washington in week 2, and then a Monday night game against the Eagles in November. And no one in Milwaukee or in the surrounding areas wants to have prime time, nighttime, midweek, or during the school week or work week games for their tickets. Nobody wants to drive down I-43, probably battling a few people that shouldn't be driving, right? They don't want that. So why don't you change the policy, Ed policy, and say, you know what? We're gonna figure out an equitable way to make sure that the gold package gets one division game every year and then one other game, but we're not going to lock ourselves into the second and fifth home games. We want to have some flexibility because as ticked off as green package fans are for the way this year worked out, gold package fans were mad last year that they had 2 night games during the week when they had work the next day.
That's right. Great points. Jason Wilde is with us. So, Wilde, no international games for the Packers next year. The commissioner's on record as saying he wants lots of international games. Do you believe in the near future every NFL team will have an international game every year?
Yeah, one of the reasons I miss Mark Murphy as team president, I have a much better relationship with Ed Policy, but you never knew what Mark Murphy was going to say. You guys have been in journalism for a long time. Like, you love people, loose lips, sink ships, but they also make headlines.
Yep.
And Mark Murphy, after his final shareholders meeting, told us a year before Commissioner Goodell was admitting it publicly, they want every team to play an international game every year. That's the NFL's goal. He told us that, and I was like, there he goes again, saying the quiet part out loud. But it's true. That is their goal. So 16 international games is their goal. They've got 9 this year. The Packers were in the running for 2 of them. The Munich game against the Lions, and the Lions said, no, we want that crucial division game on our home turf at Ford Field in Detroit. And the New Orleans game in Paris, they wanted the Packers to go, and then the Saints basically said, look, that could be a tiebreaker game for us in the playoff picture. So they took the Steelers instead. So, you know, the Packers were the last team to go overseas. In 2022, they took a Packers home game and sent them over to play the Giants. They obviously went to Brazil in 24. But, yeah, I would get prepared because when the NFL gets its 18-game regular season, which all those owners want, every team is going to be going overseas for a game.
Jason, last season, everybody was talking about how bad the bye week was for the Packers. What do you think about this one? I think it's the week of November 11th this year. Is that good or bad?
Yes, it's mid-season. It's between that Vikings game at Lambeau Field on November 15th and then the Thanksgiving Eve, which I don't think is a real holiday. I think the NFL has now invented that. I've never called it Thanksgiving Eve.
I know.
Eve
We're
before.
reading it. We're like, what is that?
So that's against the Rams on November 25th. So their bye week is in between. They will have a truncated bye week, right? They don't have a full 7 days. It's not like they play Sunday, off the following Sunday, and then play the next Sunday after that. But then they also have a buffer between that Rams game in L.A. on Thanksgiving Eve and their game against New Orleans on December 6th. So I actually think 2 shorter bye weeks, the way that worked out, is probably beneficial for them late in the season. So I think it's actually a good thing. But, yeah, having it after 4 games was terrible. If you remember, too, in 2022 when they played in London, they turned down having the bye when they came back from London. They ended up having it in like week 14 with only 4 games left in the year. That didn't help them either. I think this works really well for them.
He should be the sports writer of the year every single year. When he's not, he's been robbed. He's Jason Wilde and Tausch. Thank you so much for being with us, Wilde.
All right, guys. I look forward to talking to you all.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Amazon.com plans a second Amazon Now operation in Milwaukee. The quick commerce facility is planned to occupy more than 10,000 square feet inside an industrial building in the River West neighborhood. Rockwell Automation will invest up to $245 million in a new Berlin manufacturing campus. The first phase includes an 810,000 square foot facility with construction beginning in 2027. Palermo Villa launches wood-fired frozen pizzas in 4 states. The news comes a little more than 7 months after the company opened its West Milwaukee facility. I'm Logan Hansen for MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
EAA Air Venture in Oshkosh returns July 20th through the 26th, bringing together the world's greatest collection of aircraft, from vintage warbirds to cutting-edge innovations. Walk the flight line. I love the air shows, and they have a couple air shows at night. It's really, really cool. You can meet fellow aviators. You can meet the pilots of some of the coolest military planes. Experience those legendary air shows and forums that fuel your passion for flight. If you love aviation, this is your home. Julia and I will be broadcasting our show live from EAA that week. Get your tickets now at eaa.org/tickets.
I, Ben Huth, being of mostly sound mind.
What you doing?
I hereby bequeath the Cara dining table from Penny Mustard to my great-great-great-grandchild.
Really?
Our fine, sophisticated furniture is made of solid wood and lasts for generations, so I'm making sure everything's covered.
Not a bad idea, really.
The Cara table's timeless design will never go out of style.
Hereto and henceforth, my future descendant agrees to the following. They will refer to the table as Grandpa's masterpiece. The table hosts at least one awkward family meal per calendar year, and a strict no crayon rule must be enforced.
That's a bit extreme.
This concludes my last will entablement. Amen.
The Cara dining table, paired with 4 Rubio chairs, starting at just $152 a month with no interest and no payments till May of 2029 through May 31st at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Generational versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
Classic feeling. Your home is failing. Windows are old, roof looks horrible, siding is distressed. Even your front door fights you on everything. Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and I will be on the Fix It Show this Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. 1 hour where you get to call in and ask about your failing home and how the professionals at Siding Unlimited can help you. Can't wait until Saturday? Bring your pictures to our Siding Unlimited showroom and let's chat. Start your home updating journey with Siding Unlimited at sidingunlimited.com.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. Look, this time of year, it can be tough to find a place where you can really get out and enjoy time with your dog, right? That's exactly why the Hounds and Tap has become our go-to family spot. State-of-the-art, indoor-outdoor dog park and tavern. Dogs can hang out and socialize, you relax, catch a game, and enjoy a drink, maybe some food from a food truck. Incredible staff, clean space, it's safe, our dog loves it. A year-round destination for dogs and humans. Plan a visit to the Hounds and Tap in Menominee Falls. Connect with thehoundsandtap.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting WTMJ.com/contests. That's WTMJ.com/contests.
Traffic sponsored by Tehan Greenhouses in Oak Creek, by direct from the grower.
Tehan Greenhouses in Oak Creek. Shop the best selection of blooming hanging baskets, deck planters, annuals, perennials, and vegetables. Prices flat from last year. Buy direct. Tehan Greenhouses.
We're in the Twin Cities. Double the dingers, double the hype, and wait, does that say triple digits?
Is 0-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. 102, 103, 103. See you later.
The crew heads to Minnesota for a showdown against the Twins. Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 5:35. We are the home of the Brewers. 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It's 5:01. I'm Jessica Gatso. Your top story, Watertown students walk out of school over music pulled from a band concert.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Southbound 41 at Watertown Plank Road. We do have a crash. It's off on the right shoulder, so watch out for the delays past that. Otherwise, northbound's backing up basically from that point all the way up to Silver Spring. Southbound from just south of Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol. Southbound 43, also a heavy ride from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette. Northbound, you've got backups from Howard Avenue to Oklahoma, and then from Lincoln all the way up to North Avenue. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Tonight, we're looking at thunderstorms late, a low of 60. Saturday, skies are mostly sunny and warm. A slight chance for a storm along the Illinois state line, a high of 82. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a walkout at a Watertown middle school over a piece of music pulled from a band concert.
Students at Riverside Middle School walked out of class in solidarity with the high school's walkout earlier this week.
I feel like it's unfair that they worked 7 months on a piece and got taken away 5 days before a concert.
Middle school student Camilla tells WTMJ why she chose to walk out of school.
You can come out here and protest for a school that's not even ours, for music that's not even ours, and we all care so much.
The piece, titled A Mother of a Revolution, has ties to the LGBTQ community and was pulled by the Watertown School Board last week. Elizabeth Linton in WTMJ News.
A man who escaped from the Kenosha Correctional Center last week now faces new charges.
According to a criminal complaint, 31-year-old Jonathan Taylor was in a holding cell while waiting to be transferred to the Racine Correctional Institute when a social worker opened up the food port to speak with him. Authorities say Taylor was able to reach his hand through the food port and unlock the door, then pushed past the worker and ran out of the building. After being on the run for about a week, Taylor was arrested in Racine on Wednesday by U.S. Marshals. He's due back in court next week. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
11 firefighters are injured after a fire and explosion erupted at a lumber yard in northern Maine. Maine State Fire Marshal Sean Essler.
So we do not have a cause at this time and may not have for quite some time. We have a tremendous amount of work to do.
The first 911 call came just after 10 a.m. with crews racing to Robbins Lumber Mill in Searsmont, but the fire quickly spread to several buildings on the lot. The lumberyard says all employees have been accounted for. A tricky piece of bridge work is moving into its next phase near 27th Street.
Eric Hansen of the DOT says the 27th Street Bridge work is moving from concentrated prep into heavier demolition, and that means crews will need a little extra room along the freeway.
We have daytime demo operations underway for the 27th Street Bridge, going about 500 feet south of I-94 there.
That work is being staged around safety windows, especially where equipment gets close to live traffic.
We do have a couple of overnight closures scheduled for next week. That'll facilitate demoing that pier safely without any adjacent traffic.
Debbie Laziga, WTMJ News.
Coming up, 2 Americans at the top of the Gulf leaderboard. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 5:04.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
If you missed this,
big-time soccer player making big-time news halfway around the world.
Esmir, Appleton, Wisconsin born. And with a chance to make history, Esmir stands at the dot.
Bogdanovic scores!
Or this.
Dom, that was a lot of mean mugging.
It was a lot. There was a lot going on there. Baseball people are paranoid about trying to get added grip to the baseball. So the Blue Jays were taking exception. Trevor was trying to say, I don't need that to strike you out, and he ultimately did, and he let them know about it.
Catch up on the Wisconsin's Afternoon News podcast at WTMJ.com.
From the post-game to the morning show, there's no rest for baseball for Dominic Cotroneo, our Brewers 360 guest every Monday at 8:45 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
The point being is they are nearing the end of this storm when they finally get to be the team that they were projected to be. And maybe some of the kids down in AAA start to find their footing.
Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited, Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Cannon and Dumphy, and Ridgetop Exteriors.
Hi, I'm Jim Frucci, Managing Partner and PGA Professional at Morningstar Golfers Club, and I'd like to personally invite you to play your next round of golf at Morningstar. Lush green fairways, velvet smooth greens, magnificent vistas from high above our championship golf course. Morningstar was created with the serious golfer in mind, and it continues to be the public course by which all other area public courses are measured. Book your tee time today and reserve a spot on our membership wait list. Come out and see what all of Southeast Wisconsin's been talking about. Hey, you've played the rest. Now play the best.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law offices. One call, that's all sports desk. Following a 5-1 homestand against the Yankees and Padres, the Brewers begin a 3-game series tonight in Minneapolis against the Twins. Our coverage starts at 5:35 right here on WTMJ. And round 2 of the PGA Championship continues in Pennsylvania. 2 Americans are now at the top of the leaderboard. Maverick McNeely in first place at 5 under par, and Alex Smalley in second place, just 1 stroke behind. Defending champion Scotty Scheffler is currently tied for 9th. Golf Major Updates are sponsored by Morningstar Golfers Club, lush green fairways, and velvet smooth greens. Play your next round at Morningstar. Visit golfthestar.com today. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 5:07.
This report is brought to you by the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network.
When you see the relief on a husband's face, the tears of joy from a wife, a son, or a daughter, you understand the magnitude of what we're doing here. I'm Dr. Matthew Cooper, Director of Solid Organ Transplantation at the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network. As we look to lead the way in transplantation, we're always thinking about what's next and how to maximize outcomes and quality. Clinical trials, scientific research, using the latest technology, offering living donor transplantation, they're all crucial to how we're advancing the science. None of this happens without an all-star team. We mobilize the best of every supporting discipline, from mental health to dietary to pharmacy. We don't have to refer patients outside of the system. The transplant experts are right here. At the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, we're pushing ahead because the work we do not only changes the playing field, it changes lives.
Live from the Expo Center at State Fair Park for the Auto Show. Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air. Now, here are your hosts, John McCure and Julia Fellow.
All right, we're on the air until a little bit after 5:30, and then it's Brewers baseball. Brewers in Minneapolis, hoping to keep things rolling. You'll hear it right here on WTMJ. At the Auto Show, there are a lot of new vehicles. I saw my Ford Explorer, very similar to the one I have, parked not far from here. That is my all-time favorite car, the Ford Explorer I have.
Really?
Yeah, and I've had a lot of cool cars, but I like it. It's big enough. It's an SUV. I've it all decked out the way that I want it to.
There is a lot of upgrades if you pay for it.
And I just like it. What's your favorite car? 855-616-1620. Text us. What is your favorite all-time car? 855-616-1620. I like the car you have right now, too.
The Crosstrek?
Yep, it's sporty. I like the colors you have. It's
As
nice.
far as utility, getting where you need to in Wisconsin, that's where it's at. My favorite all-time is
Yeah.
If for fun, it would be the 98 Jeep Wrangler that my brother gave me when I went up to Wausau, Wisconsin, because I needed to get through. But I'm not going to lie, I really liked my Mercedes through college. I had a Mercedes C240.
You were a college girl with a Mercedes? Wow.
Do you know what my dad told me?
That's fancy.
My dad told me he got me the car to keep boys away from me.
Because they'd be intimidated?
Yeah.
They'd think
He
you were
told
a
me
rich
that
girl.
just a couple years ago.
Did it work?
Yeah, it did.
They were scared.
They would follow me to the car, and then
Yep.
and they'd be like, "Oh, that's a
Wow. Oh,
it was a C-class. It wasn't that great." And then when you do all of the oil changes, just lease the Mercedes, please. That's my
Deb, what's
suggestion.
your favorite car?
I have to say I love my car right now. I've got a Mazda CX-30 and I absolutely adore it. But my absolute favorite car has always been the earlier models of the Volkswagen Jetta. I had a Volkswagen Jetta, 2 different models. Stick shift, that thing went through everything. It was so comfortable. It rode tight, if you know what I mean. Didn't feel like there was any kind of loose metal or anything like that. But it totaled. It got totaled in an accident on the freeway.
That's a bummer.
You know what was a really good car? A really, really good car? The 98 Camry. And that's what my now husband has.
It seems like everybody used to have a Camry.
So classic.
Yeah.
That's an
Camrys were
Energizer
forever.
bunny. That just keeps going.
It was.
855-616-1620. Text us. What's your all-time favorite car? Your all-time favorite car. Another one I really liked was a family car we had growing up, a 1977 Monte Carlo. And those things were big. It was like a boat, and it was fire engine red, and the interior was white.
Ooh.
And there were
my
3
goodness.
boys. I don't know why my mom and dad thought the white seat was a good idea. But it was a bench seat in the back.
Oh, wow.
You know, back when all the cars had bench seats. 855-616-1620. What is your all-time favorite car? From the
Buick station
920.
wagon facing the back.
Yeah, oh, my God. Remember those? I miss my Pontiac Sunfire. That's from the 920.
I remember driving behind minivans. Do you remember the bench was in reverse, and sometimes little kids would look at you when you're at a stop sign?
And be making faces at you or sticking their tongue out. From Peter, I love my 15-year-old Mustang convertible used only in summers, which I'm keeping the rest of my years. That's cool.
Wow.
From the 262, Chevy Impala, great ride for the money, but unfortunately they stopped making them.
Those were good. I've heard
those
good
were
things.
good. And a lot of people had Impalas, too.
Mm-hmm.
From the 920, I had a 77 280Z that was the most perfect red. I loved that car. We are broadcasting live from the Auto Show. We step aside here at about 5:30 for Brewers baseball. It is 5:13 on WTMJ.
The Midwest's best baseball and softball training facility and retail center is here in New Berlin, and it's ready for you and your team. From little leaguers to hardcore players and trainers, this is the place you'll want to be.
You can't beat Berghardt.
WTMJ's Julia Fellow here. Have you been looking at your kitchen and seeing those tired cabinets and thinking, I need a makeover, but I just don't have tens of thousands of dollars? Well, you can do it for a fraction of the cost. Just have all of your cabinets refaced by Redo Cabinets. And they also have a Memorial Day event going on right now. Family-owned business serving homeowners in Wisconsin for the past 70 years. You can learn all about the benefits of refacing, not just replacing your cabinets. They install premium cabinet facings made right here in the USA. Dozens of colors, styles, and options. Select your hardware, accessories. They do it all. Call Redo Cabinets right now. 414-677-6417. That's 414-677-6417. Or go to redocabinets.com. That's redocabinets.com.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. I want to help you plan your next great Wisconsin getaway. I hope you'll join me every Saturday at 1 o'clock for Experience Wisconsin. We'll be joined by the greatest guests in our state who will tell you what makes their area so super special. We'll check in with communities, tell you about events, take you to some of the really coolest things to do. On this week's show, it is Langlade County and it is Kenosha. It's Saturdays at 1, Experience Wisconsin, right here on 620 WTMJ.
Sponsored by Accunet Mortgage.
Get your rock solid pre-approval or a no-pressure refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
Traffic and weather begins with Debbie Lazaga. Hi there, Deb.
Hey there, John. We do have backups along southbound 43, still kicking in right around Good Hope Road down past Bender. And then you're back on the break south of Capitol Drive down through the Marquette. On the northbound side, delays from just north of Beecher all the way up to Locust. Westbound 894 got some backups from 27th Street all the way past a broken down vehicle at 60th Street. That broken down vehicle, by the way, is, well, technically it's on the eastbound side. So I'm not really sure if that's folks slowing down to take a look. On the southbound side of the bypass, we got backups heading into the Hale interchange all the way past Forest Home. Yeah. Eastbound on 94, we got backups from about 70th Street all the way through to 35th. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, chance for rain, a low of 56 degrees. Tomorrow, sunny, warm, a high of 82. Sunday, chance for showers, a high of 77. Monday, warm, humid, a high of 86. Tuesday, chance for rain, a high of 83 degrees. All right, so Mother's Day was just a few days ago. Before many of us understood words, well, we understood the tone, especially mom's tone. Debbie Lazaga explores the science and memory behind mom voice and why a mother's voice can comfort us, correct us, and stay with us for life.
Frankie Louise, stop it. Wait till your father gets home. Don't make me stop this car.
You don't want me to tell you again, do you?
Gregory Scott.
You know it when you hear it. It's not always loud. It's not always angry. Sometimes it's just one word. Sometimes it's your full government name launched across the house like a shot across the bow. We call it mom voice. But Dr. John Gritch, a psychology professor at Marquette University, says what we're really talking about here is familiarity built over years.
It brought up for me just associations, though, of, that very familiar sound that we all have from being raised by somebody that we heard maybe every day of our lives for the first many years.
That familiarity starts early. A parent's voice is tied to some of a child's first experiences of being fed, held, protected, and comforted.
Because the parent-child bond is such a foundational one, that's really the first relationship that any of us have, with a parent, oftentimes a mom, that, that's a voice that we associate with comfort, with care, with security.
There is research behind that feeling. A University of Wisconsin-Madison study found girls who talked with their mothers by phone after a stressful task had a response similar to girls comforted in person. Oxytocin rose, cortisol, a stress hormone, dropped. In other words, mom did not have to be in the room for her voice to help. That makes sense because emotional memories stay with us.
Memories that are emotional have this real long potency to them and length to them. And whether it's the sound of your mother's voice or the taste of your grandmother's cooking, when those emotions are connected to it, they just stay with us longer.
That may explain why a grown adult can still react instantly to a tone they first learned as a child. And as kids grow up, mom voice becomes more complicated because the same voice that soothed you may also be the voice that corrected you. The one that said, "Be careful," or "Not in this house," or the one that knew exactly when you were pretending not to hear. Guilty.
Sometimes it is sort of a snap too, like that mom voice feels like maybe it's stern or it's associated with discipline.
So mom voice is not just sentimental. It can be funny, comforting, embarrassing, annoying, and deeply meaningful, sometimes all in the same breath. And those associations are learned through repetition. Over time, the brain connects the voice with the relationship.
It isn't just the voice, it's also the feelings and the mixed emotions sometimes that came with it.
That may be why a phone call home can feel different than a text. But it also means tone matters. Parents may be focused on the message they're trying to send without realizing the delivery can be part of the memory too.
Once that association is made, that linkage is made, especially if it's been repeated and reinforced, it's going to be there probably your whole life.
So maybe mom voice is not one voice at all. Maybe it's a whole language. The lullaby voice, the hurry up voice, the don't touch that voice, the call me when you get home voice. A sound we learn before we understand all the words and carry long after we've grown.
Love you. Drive safe.
Debbie Loziga, WTMJ News.
I'm Dave Spano, CEO of Annex Wealth Management. We believe education is the foundation of a strong financial plan. That's why we offer a wide range of complimentary workshops and webinars that are open to the public and that are built to inform and not sell.
May 28th, you can join Annex Wealth Management CEO Dave Spano for Next Level Travel, Security Planning, and Dream Building. It's at the Jet Out Hangar in Waukesha. Again, May 28th. Reserve your spot. Click events at annexwealth.com.
It's Julia Fellow here for Appliance Gallery. Are you looking for something most up-to-date and luxury in your kitchen? You can go to the showroom on Wisconsin Avenue at Appliance Gallery. They show you it all. You can see, touch, and feel Sub-Zero, Wolf, Miele, Fisher & Paykel, and more. See it for yourself. Walk in, explore the showroom, buy directly from Appliance Gallery, or they can work seamlessly with your builder, remodeler, or designer. You can even have installation for panel-ready built-ins or freestanding appliances. Panel-ready is a beautiful way for your refrigerator or dishwasher to integrate seamlessly with your cabinetry. Appliance Gallery has their own in-house installation crew. They're wonderful, reliable. Find out for yourself. Go check out their showroom or visit appliancegallerywy.com.
No matter the month, no matter the time of year, a Wisconsin fish fry is a great tradition. WTMJ's John Mercure. Another great tradition is that fish fry at the famous Fox and Hounds. Experience 90 years of history at the Fox and Hounds, the Up North Log Cabin Supper Club near Holy Hill. The fish fry there, one of the best, and all of the dinners, by the way, are get one free when you buy one. Honey glazed salmon, pan-fried walleye, steak and lobster, prime rib on Saturday, any entree, buy one, get one free. Desserts and ice cream drinks, yummy, and buy one, get one free. After a long week, relax with an old-fashioned. Choose from 20 bourbons, 100 wines, 8 unique
dining rooms. The Fox and Hounds, kind of hugged by the Kettle Moraine Forest. Right off Highway 167 near beautiful Holy Hill. The Spring Drive is stunning, a must-see. Serving Saturday lunch from 11 till 2. Dinner today at 4 p.m. Dine early. Tables are open. Google Call and Reserve your all-you-care-to-eat fish fry. All other dinners, buy one, get one free. The famous Fox and Hounds.
The Milwaukee Auto Show. Bolder and better. At its new location, discover new cars and trucks, plus high-end luxury vehicles, classics, and more. Now through Sunday at Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center. Tickets at autoshowmilwaukee.com.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano talking with Dr. Mike Nolte at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Doc, a lot of people are hesitant to visit a surgeon for spine care.
The good news is that the vast majority of patients that I see and the majority of conditions that I can see can be successfully treated without surgery. And I don't want patients to think that just because you're seeing a spine surgeon means that you're going to be signing up for surgery. We talk about in my clinic kind of a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C.
Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. orthowisconsin.com.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ.
Julia Fellow and John Mercure are here. You can text WATCH whenever you'd like to 855-616-1620. WATCH to our setting limited talk and text line. We are live at the Auto Show, and it's a different spot, different time of year here at State Fair Park's Expo Center. Wanted to bring up something that the Transportation Secretary is doing. So in June, Sean Duffy,
Wisconsin guy.
Yeah, and he was on The Real World. And he was also on, what was that called? Road Rules on MTV.
Yep.
Well, he did a series. It's expected to premiere on YouTube in June to celebrate America's 250th anniversary celebration. It's a 5-part series. It shows Duffy, his wife, Rachel Campos Duffy, and their children traveling across 10 states and Washington, D.C., visiting national parks, landmarks, and tourist attractions. So it kind of fits with him. But a lot of people and watchdog groups are calling for investigation, claiming the arrangement raises concerns about some gifts that they got from Toyota, United Airlines, Boeing. They say it's a conflict of interest, and accepting sponsored travel from companies tied to federal oversight could create the appearance of favoritism. Do you want to hear the states they went to?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. They didn't go to Wisconsin.
I guess he's already been here.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
They did go to your South Carolina, though,
All right,
John.
let's go. South Carolina.
Washington, D.C. is another one.
Okay.
So the top 10, Louisiana, Arizona, South Carolina, Texas, Florida, Montana, interesting, Wyoming, Tennessee, Massachusetts, and Pennsylvania. Now, they say that they did this during off days. You know, it never conflicted with his work or what was going on with investigations that have been going on. You know, really serious aviation issues and transportation issues.
There have been crashes and issues, right?
So a lot of people are questioning the timing of it. I mean, they're saying it's a 250th anniversary, but the people that are paying for it, yes, they're American companies, but I mean, you're investigating Boeing for some stuff. And you have your kids on this trip.
Has it run yet?
It runs in June, next month.
Okay, sorry, I think you said that.
Mhm.
Okay, so I wonder
How
if
do you
there's
feel
enough.
about it?
I don't know. I'm conflicted. I guess I'd want to know more. Has he spoken about it at all?
Oh, he's completely defending it, saying that it was an all expenses paid by not public funds at all, that it shouldn't be a sticky situation. They're kind of trying to downplay it like it's not the Kristi Noem situation where she did commercials when she was Homeland Security Secretary using taxpayer dollars. This was on his own time with his own kids. But
I guess I don't like it if Boeing and other companies financially supported it, because I think you raised the right point. He, in his role in his department, investigate those companies. They oversee and regulate those companies.
exactly. And by the way, I should backstep what I just said. Toyota's not an American company.
Yeah.
They're celebrating the 250th anniversary of America.
But all of them, I mean, if there's a crash or if Southwest has trouble with their jets and they're trying to get safety approval so they can... He oversees
Hey,
all
I'm on
that.
the 747 with my 10 kids.
Right. So I guess the more I think about it, I don't like it. I like the idea of him doing the road series for the 250th and all that stuff, but if some other company that he has regulation overpaid for it...
Yeah, it's only beginning.
Yeah, it is.
Well, hopefully it's a good watch.
Hopefully.
On
All right.
on YouTube.
I bet I would check it out for sure.
Oh, I will too.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. The Milwaukee Auto Show, though, goes through Sunday, so you can come out here and you can see the Milwaukee Auto Show. We hope you will stop by. It's a really great place out here at State Fair Park. The new venue is easy to get around and it's affordable. So stop by the Milwaukee Auto Show. Brewers baseball is up next on WTMJ. Quick thank you on our way out the door, Nate Rilling, our producer. It's never easy when we are on the road.
Yes.
And we appreciate the work that Nate did to make sure that we sounded good. Let's check the markets one more time on this Friday. I tried to put it off, but let's take one more peek. It was a bad Friday, but it was a pretty good week. So the Dow ended down 537 points. The NASDAQ was off 410. The S&P 500 was down 92 points on the day. Annex Wealth Management is financial planning at every level. Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite, Annex Comprehensive Wealth. Is that how they go?
Absolutely.
Be only
Dave
fiduciary.
Spano's proud of you.
All the time. Check it out. My guys are at Annex, annexwealth.com. It is 527.
Hey, John Mercure here. If you're dreaming about summer weekends, frozen drinks, maybe Vegas-style energy, you're going to love what's happening at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Our friend Luis Olmos from Potawatomi is with us. Hello, Luis.
Hey, John, thanks for having me.
All right, let's start with this new spot everybody's talking about, Royal Slush. What is that?
It's a fun play on Royal Flush. It's our newest beverage destination. It's a completely rejuvenated, bright, high-energy space, and it's now located inside our marketplace, which is really becoming a go-to spot for guests. The whole idea was to bring more fun, more flavor, and a more immersive drink option to the property.
And these are not your